Hello, everybody. This is Rich, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop RPGs with very cool people. We have a huge, awesome game ready for you of Masks High School. Hopefully, you're following along, and you can be part of this. This is the 12th session of Masks High School, and we have a total of 6 players for you. I am pretty excited. So we are going to go alphabetically by player first name, because that is easiest for me. And we'll have everybody do a quick introduction of who they're playing. Then we'll remind everyone where we're at, and we'll need to figure out where Electrocute was last session. So that's what we'll do. So starting off with Alex playing Kid Ragnarok. Tell us about Kid.
Kid Ragnarok is delinquent. He's got supervillains for parents that he is definitely estranged from, though that seems to be hanging over him a bit recently since they, for reasons other players can discuss, he's going to go and see his dad in Supermax prison and he doesn't want to. And also he had a bit of a disagreement with Pixie last session. I'm sure he doesn't have a chip on his shoulder.
Of course he doesn't. I don't know why he would disagree with Pixie saying those nasty things about him. I mean,
Or other people he said nasty things about. She said.
oh, well, there was that one. Yeah. So, since you've been mentioned already, Andrea, tell us about Pixie.
Pixie is the transformed playbook. She used to be just an average teenage girl, and then she got caught in the crossfire between a superhero and a supervillain, and got wrapped around a tree, and then turned into a tree. It's complicated. She is really not a fan of superheroes. She kind of hates them and wants to completely disrupt their entire society, apparently. But on the plus side, she has a really cute boyfriend who's an alien now. She digs that part of being a superhero.
So calling a shapeshifter cute, it seems a little weird to me.
His personality's cute.
Okay. Fair. Well, since he's already been mentioned, let's jump on to Jan. Tell us about Quartz.
Quartz is an outsider. He's from the planet Xynus, I think.
Yep.
I made these names way too hard. The actual name is, of course, much harder and longer, but it's harder to pronounce. So, he's a fairly recent arrival on Earth and has been indeed dating Pixie since a while. Hasn't met the parents yet. Still has to happen.
Well, technically, Quartz met the parents, but then but then Pixie revealed that was actually Kid Ragnarok in disguise. Very terrible disguise, where he just said, "I'm Quartz." Next, we have Yona playing Electrocute, our newest PC. Tell us about Electrocute, Yona.
Well, I was sort of already mentioned. Since I am kind of related to Kid Ragnarok, I am young Electrobomb, and I kind of got my best friend was playing around and was like, I'm going to build a time machine, and somehow it worked, and I got tossed in the future, and for my biggest nightmare, I saw what I became, and I'm desperate not to become her. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to delving into that. It's going to be fun.
Yay, I guess.
Next, we have Jules playing Katana.
Hi, I'm Jules, and I play Katana. Yes, it's the Beacon playbook. Katana is a martial artist and a sword fighter. Doesn't actually have superpowers, but hey, nobody's perfect. And last session, she's mostly been having a lovely time avoiding parties and fighting ninja, which went moderately well. Only flesh wounds.
Indeed. Now, part of the Beacon is that you have certain drives you want to fulfill.
Yes.
What drives are unfulfilled for our lovely Katana?
Well, you have to pick a set of 4, and then cross those off as they come, and then you can pick a new set. So currently, the only one I have left is take down a threat all on your own.
I can't help you with that one. You're gonna have to take
I
down the
have
threat
to
all
do
on
it
your own.
alone. Yes.
That's it. That's it. So, guys, just so you know, I might have her like go up and to try to get a snack out of the stack machine, and it won't come out. Because I'm thinking that's the only one she can pull off.
But that's what I've been saving my moment of truth for.
That's the best comeback ever.
I will get you, Snickers.
Last but not least, who doesn't come first because I started with player name instead of character name, is Will with ASAP. Will, tell us about ASAP.
ASAP is coming from the Legacy Playbook. He is a speedster, a total fanboy of all things hero. As you spend more than a couple seconds with him, you'll discover. He's just enjoying his secret girlfriend and private closet makeout sessions. I mean, yeah.
Yep, he definitely is. Well, since we've gotten to you as a legacy, we have a beginning of session move for you. Let's see how that goes. All right. Secret girlfriend. Okay, so for the legacy, your opening move is whenever time passes, roll plus savior. And this is actually next day is where we're going to pick up with, so that's time passing. You roll plus savior to see how the members of your legacy feel or react to your most recent exploits. Now, as a heads up to everybody watching the feed, we are still using Hangouts on Air at this time. However, it's been announced by Google that they wish to move away from that platform, and everyone who's using Hangouts on Air can use YouTube Live. YouTube Live, based on my experience, does not run apps. So this will be one of the last games where we play via dice stream, and you will be able to see the die results here above our video feed, above everybody's head. You'll also be one of the last few times you can see these beautiful little overlays that Sasha Mueller came up with originally, and I heavily adjusted. So those things will go away, but the game will continue on, and we've already started a little bit late today because I want to do a prep of a little bit of Roll20 type stuff. Luckily, we got some Roll20 vets here who are going to carry the load because I'm just learning it myself. So, Will, you, as ASAP, need to roll plus savior.
All right. Plus savior is currently at 2.
Now, before rolling, ask the other players to answer questions about your performance, which I think we asked at the end of last game. Do you remember the answers?
Yeah, because that was the way it used to do. It was separated between sessions, but they combine it now. Yeah, I got 2 yeses and 1 no, so the no gives me a -1, so I'm only at a 2d6 plus 1. And that's a whopping 5! All right. My life is good.
On a miss, something you did stirred up the hornet's nest. Expect several members of your legacy to meddle with your life. Let me make a note of that.
Wouldn't be the first time. Hey, but I do get to mark potential.
That's right. Very correct. So anytime someone fails a roll, you mark potential, which is the experience points of this system and how your character can advance. And thanks for that reminder, Alex. It's always helps to ease the hurt of my hard moves when you get to take a potential /XP. So now we're going to pick up, we'll do a quick reminder. What happened last session is that after a big fight in the lunchroom between Lark, who was upset that Kid Ragnarok had kissed Katana while dating her, that she effectively started a fight when Quartz came to talk to her about it in the cafeteria. And as a result, the acting dean, Ricochet, she decided that the two teams should work it out in the Hope Training Facility, which is our version of the Danger Room with those words scratched out, and Hope with a very cool acronym penciled in. Then, after that proclamation from Ricochet, we brought Pixie back in. She found out what had happened and decided to take Lark and the other female members of the Superlatives, which the team Lark leads. I'm sorry, I've been corrected in chat. Quartz laid down the law, as it were. Even like that. Like, laid down the law. That's right. But then she screamed at him because she has sonic powers. And the sprinklers went off and some windows were broken, and Ricochet was very unhappy and just declared that you guys have to fight it out because it's comics. So Pixie decided to take Lark and the female members of the Superlatives out for a party. She knew a guy in a frat at the local college that her sister attends, and so then that happened. They all went out together. That was Lark plus plus Pixie plus Britt, who was currently dealing with the hurt of Katana having also kissed another person when they were supposedly dating. And last but not least, we had Hannah, a.k.a. Idol. At the same time, Kid Ragnarok decided that ASAP and Quartz should go out with him, and they should go find an amazing party. It just so happened, through GM intervention, that it was the same party, and a big fight broke out between Kid Ragnarok and, of all people, Pixie. Pixie decided to let Kid Ragnarok know she was displeased with his choices, and they had a civil discussion where Katana was also mentioned as making poor choices, and then Kid Ragnarok decided that discretion is the better part of valor, and he exited the party quietly, not making any trouble. And then Quartz stole some beer and went after him. The two of them had a wonderful little bonding moment, and then they went to mental psychic first base together somehow through alien psychic powers, which was adorable. And ASAP, who stayed behind because he chose to have 7 minutes in heaven with his girlfriend, his secret girlfriend. Then ASAP had to leave, and Hannah promised that later she would play the cool MMO Silver Age with him. So, that is what happened in our last session, as all of the fun that happened there at the party. The last bit, of course, was Katana, as she mentioned, fighting Ninja, meeting the personage, basically meeting a former sidekick who basically the two of them ran around together, had some fun, fought some ninjas, and then he said, "It's too bad you like girls instead of guys," and left. So now we will pick it up with a day having passed, and I think one thing I'd like to do is just catch up a little bit with Electrocute, and then we're going to jump to where everybody else is. So when we come up in the morning, Electrocute, you were absent when Pixie and the other girls all went out to a party. Where were you? Were you at the library studying, or were you trying to reach out to any people that you knew from your past? What is it that Electrocute was up to?
I think I was trying to get information about my best friend, like who is he right now in the future? What is he like? What does he look like? And maybe even, spy on him a little bit, just to get a glimpse of him, if that's possible.
I like that. I think that's a really cool idea. So he had a superhero name at the time, and so it is very easy to find some information, even more so than when you were a kid. This place, this future, is a little bit on the superhero obsessed side. And so researching on Chassis, CHASSIS, you bring up the main PR photo of Chassis here, and you can see that he has this very cool new way. He did not have nearly this cool of a costume. His costume before was very cyberpunky. It looked like it was kind of ripped out of a William Gibson novel. Now he's got this really interesting thing. The only thing that's a little bizarre is he's got what looks like a backwards cap, but otherwise, really cool looking costume. And yeah, you find that he is not currently an active hero. That he occasionally makes public appearances. He goes to things like PAX Supers, which is, hold on just a sec. Sorry about that. I have a 10-year-old who forgets things. Okay. So Chassis is now currently an active hero. He is here in Halcyon City. And so if you wanted to snoop, like if you wanted to try to sneak out, you're more than welcome to. That is an option for you. But what you find is that generally Chassis is an inventor. I think of him as kind of like Forge, except he does have a bad mustache and doesn't run around in little tight shorts. That was for you, Will. That was for you. Little tight shorts joke. Tight shorts joke. All right, I get a thumbs up. Alex, no tight shorts. Forge, no, a little, no. Okay, all right, cool. So yes, Chassis, better fashion choices, but still generally the same powers. He has the ability to create highly technical layouts and the like. He has been mentioned in a couple articles with this up-and-coming young hero by the name of Armature, who is on the same floor as you. You've seen her. But Chassis is more of the slightly older generation, so he's the bronze generation, right? Am I getting it goes golden, silver, bronze, and bronze is the most recent generation. You guys are the 4th generation, so he's a bronze generation hero. Still considered a hero. Yeah. So that's all the stuff that you found.
Awesome. So now I know something about him.
Yes. You do know a bit about Chassis. Now, is this a thing where you would want to go snoop on him, or do you think that took up most of your evening?
Maybe not all the evening if I'm just digging off the information. So yeah, I would like to go see how he lives like, and if he looks like somebody I could actually trust. Because I'm really good at evaluating stuff like that. Like, in the beginning, go to Git Runner. Oh, you look trustworthy.
Yes, you're genius, Electrocute.
I can totally evaluate people.
Excellent judge of character, absolutely, Electrocute. That's why you end up dating Technocrat. Excellent judge of who is trustworthy. Yeah, wise, very wise. Cool. So let's pick up with it. So how do you imagine Electrocute gets off campus? Does she have some kind of transport? Does she Uber like she does? Does she have money?
Probably. She's going to try to get into a bus. Maybe she has like a little bit of money, and she's just hoping that money still looks like the same thing.
Okay. Cool. Yes, you have some ancient money, but money's money. It still spends. No problem. So you hop on the bus, you take it downtown to downtown Halcyon City, and I don't know, let's see, I think let's give you an assess the situation roll just to see how easily you can find Chassis. I'm going to give you a +1 forward on the situation just because he's a relatively public hero, but it's kind of like a celebrity, right? It's one of those where there could be some disinformation and the like that could be confusing. Like, a lot about what he puts out on the public, but you may not know where he lives. So to assess the situation, you need to roll plus superior.
Okay. What is my superior? It's -1. This is going to be painful.
But you do have a +1 forward, so this is a flat roll for you.
Oh, awesome. Oh no, come on, dice roller. That is a 7.
Yay! Okay, on a 7 to 9, you get 1 question.
Okay, back to the move sheet.
Yeah, now we're going to have to tweak this a little bit. These moves are not necessarily originally created for the purpose of this, but I thought it'd be fun to get a die roll in early. And I actually thought you'd get potential out of it. I'd hit you with a hard move. But it turns out that you got a 7, so yay. I don't say I game the system. Okay, so what here can I use too? There you go. You could use that one. Biggest threat, probably not so much. Greatest danger, that'd probably be you. I'll give you that one free because you're in the city alone. Anyway, cool. So any of those questions you think could fit this situation you'd like to ask?
What exactly was he rolling for again?
Sorry, you were trying to find Chassis. You were trying to find his house and go snoop on him.
So I don't have his address. So I just need to find him.
Right.
Okay, so what here can I use to find his address, where he lives?
Excellent question. Electrocute, you, with your electric powers, right, you have the ability where you can kind of sense heavy power draws. So it makes sense that after walking around downtown, you can get a general vibe of the electric grid underneath your feet and running throughout. And by using that as a bit of a divining rod, you were able to find a very nice high-rise tower. I think it would be cool if this high-rise tower is named after one of the Golden Age heroes. So, Andrea, I'm going to throw this one your way. If you can think of a Golden Age or a previous superhero of some kind that this.
Well, that totally has to be Cheetah, right?
Nice. So this is Cheetah Tower.
Yes.
Sweet. Love it, and it has. Supposedly, it could be hyperbole, but it has the fastest elevators in any tower in downtown Halcyon City. He is up in one of the penthouses of Cheetah Tower. And how do you want to do? There's a doorman, electrocute, but you've got powers and stuff. What's your plan here?
I'm probably going to try to talk to him at least first, or maybe not. Maybe that's not a good idea. I want to make some sort of distraction, like I'm going to shoot some sort of electricity. What do I see around the house? Something that will definitely distract the doorman so that he has to go away to see what's happening.
Great question. Okay, so this is a downtown area. You're going in the afternoon, right? So I'd say there's like a couple of hot dog carts. There are lots of cars parked outside. There's a diner halfway down the block. The doorman, he actually, he stands at the door. He opens it up. This is one of those posh, very large, high-rise towers where people live. So it's not. It's. I think in Europe there are certain towers where you can actually like shop and live there and buy clothes. Like this is more of just purely for housing purposes. Trying to see, there's street lamps as well outside, and then a lot of traffic that passes back and forth.
So it's afternoon, so there's like a lot of people around probably.
Yeah.
So, using my power is probably not the wisest of choice after all. I'm gonna go use almost what I have left of my money and buy some hot dogs and stuff and try to mask that to look some sort of delivery, and I'm just going to try to get in by saying that I'm delivering food for somebody.
That is amazing. Okay, I love that idea. So here's I'm gonna have to get creative here, but I love the idea. I think it's much more interesting if you just pull that off. I think that is the most interesting thing that could happen right now. Right? So electrocute, dressed in street clothes, you buy a few hot dogs, get them in a paper bag, and talk your way past. Do you tell them I've got a delivery for? Who do you tell them the delivery's for?
I'm going to say his name because that's the only name I assume that I know, actually. And apparently the doorman would know everybody, so.
Cool. He looks at you for a second, but there's just something about it that he says, yeah, sure, it's 1305. Be careful, though. He's got a lot of security.
Oh, okay.
There's the door for you.
Thank you.
So you come into a very large foyer. There are a bank of 4 elevators here, and you step in. There are other people. This is Halcyon City. This isn't like a Super's hotel, so you've got lots of other people who are dressed in nice clothing, and obvious that this is a relatively well-to-do downtown, heavy business influence type of thing. You head up to the penthouse and come across, and then there you are, right in front of the door to the penthouse to Chassis. He doesn't have the whole floor. He has one of 4 penthouses. There's only 4 doors in the hallway here on this floor. So,
and this is where I suddenly realized that I have no plan. Like, I'm here, I got all the way here, and I have no freaking plan. What am I gonna do? So I'm just going to ring the doorbell because I kind of panic and don't know what to do anymore at this point. So I'm just going to ring the doorbell.
Sweet. You ring the doorbell, and it is a custom, like the tone of the doorbell is this custom, like a beat. It's like some kind of pop song that you don't quite recognize. It must be modern. And it sounds pretty catchy. It goes on for a minute. It's almost like a weird ringtone type deal. And then the door itself, it like before it just looked like a regular 4-panel door, and it just completely changes. And you see Chassie's head. It is as tall as you, and it's obvious some kind of video screen. And he's got those shades on, and he looks. Who are you?
Wow, you look so different. I have some hot dogs.
Yeah, if you want to cosplay as this girl, you maybe should rethink your priorities, girl. You should go.
Wait. You don't recognize me, do you?
I know who you want to look like, and I think it's a little bit of bad taste. I know it's really great to play, but...
Listen, do you remember the week we spent, well, mostly you were, building your time machine, and I was sort of laughing at you and telling you that I will do guinea pigging for you because I didn't really believe that you will actually pull it off, and I'm here. I'm stuck here. You remember? You have to remember.
The video screen just drops and it's the door again. What do you do?
Oh, crap. I'm going to ring the doorbell again.
Cool. That tone starts to go off, and it gets like 2 beats in, and the door opens up. And when it opens, it doesn't just like click open like a regular nice, wooden door. It's almost like a chunk, like someone opened up a safe, and the door slides open on very smooth hinges. And inside is it's an apartment layout, but there's no carpet. The walls are stainless steel metal, and you step inside, you see there is a nice couch. It's like a wall with no TV, but everything seems to be angled like there should be a TV there. There's a dining table that's set up to where if you sat there and ate, you could look out over the Halcyon City through the many, many windows. And there are a few doors, and you see Chassis, who's gained a couple inches in height and filled out a little bit from the scrawny teenager that he used to be. He does look quite a bit different. And he looks at you. It's you.
Yes, it's me. But you can't tell anybody. Apparently, I became horrible, and I need to stop that. I can't become her. So I don't want to go back. I want to prevent from me becoming her.
Kat, I built a time machine. You don't want me to tell everyone?
At least not yet.
I've still got patents on that damn thing.
Really? What happened when I left? Like, what happened back then?
I thought I killed you.
Oh. I don't even understand how, she's still alive and all that. This is just too complicated. By the way, I bought these hot dogs. Would you happen to be hungry? Are they even edible? I bought them from, downstairs.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to know the parts per million of rats' feces in those dogs. I've already tested it. Probably throw it away.
Okay. So, I'm here.
Damn. So then that really is Electro Bomb. I just figured that she was some kind of alternate reality Cat Rains because she never acted anything like you.
Well, yeah, I don't know how I become that horrible. Also, I met my son. I'm about the same age, and that is just so weird. He wasn't happy to learn who I am. Well, I can't really blame him, though.
Girl. This is some messed up shit.
I know. For crying out loud, I'm a teenager and I have a son. And he was asking me to ask my roommate if she is happy that he broke up with somebody, and I don't even know. That is so weird.
Yeah. Damn, I'm glad to be out of that. So wait. KR he's in Hope Prep. Is that where you're going to Hope Prep now?
Yes. he kind of helped me. He hacked me in the system, and that was before he actually knew who I am, or I knew who he was. I just, happened to appear there suddenly, and there he was playing his guitar, and I didn't see anybody, and I was just asking for his help, and he was kind enough to help me.
Okay.
So that team knows who I am because I told him, and he kind of couldn't keep his mouth shut. I can't blame him again. Like, he had to talk to somebody, and then, she wanted to have a team meeting, and that's my roommate. She's very nice.
Who's your roommate?
Katana?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know that girl.
You do?
Yeah, what do you think of her sword?
It's really cool. And she's apparently really handy with that, too.
Yeah, well, she better be. I've heard she loses those things, but that one was...
She does?
Yeah.
Well, she should definitely hold on to that one because it looks so cool. I wish
Thank
I
you.
knew how to
That was
use
my design.
It was? Well, I should have known, considering what you apparently are capable of building.
Oh, come on. And then he walks over, and it's like the first time that anyone on screen has seen Chassis like touch someone else. He like puts his arm around you and says, "Come on, I got to show you some stuff." And we're going to kind of have a moment of him leading you into a room which is like his work room, and he's going to start showing off some of his high-tech gadgets and the like, and we'll see some like flickers on monitors of some of the designs of other things that he's worked on. Is there anything else you want to do in this scene, Electrocute? You've kind of reestablished contact with Chassis. He seems like he's not... Okay, I'll keep it quiet for a little bit, but at some point, I've got a time machine. I'm going to be doing some more testing with it. Maybe I can send you back. I'll see what we can do. I don't know if it goes backwards. It's like ripples, and we could get out some straws and stuff and try to dry out the timeline, but then we're going to get headaches. Well, mostly you.
Let's see how it goes. For now, I'm just happy to, be here. It's almost like old times, even though for me that's like, 2 days ago?
Nice. Yeah, and then he'll like walk over into the fridge, and he grabs he's got like inside his fridge, all it is like frozen dinners, and he just grabs one and throws it in. He's got a program for the exact amount of time that it needs to be microwaved, and you end up eating a microwave dinner, which he hasn't bothered to work on actual designs of that because it's not robotic. And then we'll bring that scene to a close if you're cool with it.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. So you've reestablished contact with Chassis.
Yay!
We jump to the next day forward, and we're going to jump all the way to the point where the superlatives and the new Silver Saviors are all gathered together. All the kids are streaming into the Hope Prep Gymnasium, and they are ready for this huge fight. Like, the word has gotten out. Everyone in school wants to see this big throwdown, right? Like, especially with the rumors that you guys are hearing about a huge fight with the new Silver Saviors. Like, there's a fight in the team over who's actually, I'm sorry, but who's afraid to fight and who actually wants to fight. That's what the rumor is. Sorry, it's high school, so that's the rumor. And so now, the first question I have, Katana, is, you can get this if this is a thing you want. Do the Silver Saviors, the new Silver Saviors, have a team uniform?
Who? I don't know. I guess we don't. I mean, we only just had a name. That was already so much trouble. I don't think we ever made it to a uniform.
That's fine. That's fine. I didn't imagine it, but I didn't want to gloss over and say that you didn't if someone had an idea or an inkling. So
we'll have to work through the phase where Kid Rock wants us all to dress up like Kid Rock groupies, so that will take a while.
I was going to say, I don't want us to dress like me, but then I'm like, but groupies.
And the others. They could all be like the reverse color scheme. So I don't have any artistic talent, but just to give you guys the inspiration of what I think the superlatives who do have a uniform, smocks. Yeah, you guys all have smocks on. So I'm thinking that their uniform is inspired by Alpha Flight. So what they have is like the red with the white stripe on the side. No, they do not have the Canadian leaf. Okay, they have some kind of S, but it's not a Superman S. I did a whole lot of research, far more than I should have on DeviantArt, trying to find other S's rather than Superman S's. I failed miserably. So my lack of artistic talent means that you're just gonna have to imagine a little bit. I have faith in you guys, though. I know you can pull that off. But anyway, that's the general style of their uniforms. And when all 6 of you are there, Lark in her cool. Oh wait, Katana, you were. Did we have a picture you were showing? No.
No, I was just showing my cat who's sitting on my desk watching.
Okay, cool. Oh man. So the superlatives are all lined up. The whole team. Pristine is in his diamond form. Arms crossed. You guys are down on the level. Ricochet is here. You guys have been summoned, right? So you have to at least show up for that, even if you're planning on doing whatever it is that Pixie's tried to do here. And so now all 6 of you are here, as well as the superlatives, which only number 5 members of their team. Awesome Possum Judd, he's not in a uniform because he says, well, I'd like break out of it. That's his explanation. He has like a red bandana that will stretch when he becomes a giant possum. So Ricochet says, all right, teams, here is the situation. You'll be entering the Hope training facility. This is not an out-and-out fight. There is a central area that you will need to control. And if one team stands in that area, for every second that they stand in the area, they score points.
Is sitting also allowed?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Is sitting also allowed?
Yes, you may sit inside the area. You do need to touch the physical space. And if there are members of opposite teams both in the central scoring area, no points are scored for that period of time. It is a timed event, and after the 15 minutes have passed, whoever scored the most points is the victor. It is a King of the Hill match. Are there any questions? Now, who is the standing leader for the new Silver Saviors for this encounter?
We talked about it last time, but I forgot who it was.
I nominate
Rags? I think it may have been Rags.
I think someone
Quartz.
nominated me and.
Oh yes, there you go. Quartz.
Good. Quartz, team captain, do you have any questions?
I do not.
And then she asks Laura, Lark, team captain, do you have any questions? Lark says, it's 5 against 6. Are we able to add a 6th member to our team? And Ricochet nods, yes, you may. If you can get someone to join the team in the next 5 minutes, they can act as part of the superlatives. Lark says, all right. And then she calls out, hey, Ray! And then RJ Gunn steps out. He does not have a superlative uniform. He has his own uniform. And I think I've shown the picture, but I'll go show it one more time just because I like it. Where is that picture? And this, of course, is stolen with no shame from the wonderful deck of villainy, because I really thought this character was a cool look. Where is it? Darn it. Oh no, Rich says he's going to show a picture, and then he stands and looks at things for a few minutes. Crap. I remember where I've stuck it. Nope, it's not there. It is here, and I will screen share. This is the picture of Raymond Jason Gunn. Ta-da! The grandson of Ray Gunn. Ray Gunn 2. The legacy of a legacy. Ta-da! Sweet. So Ray Gunn hops down, and he looks at you, ASAP, and gives you a little, wave. This is obviously no big thing to him. All right. So that is the setup. Did any of the players have questions? I want to make sure everybody's aware of what's going on here.
Did anyone talk to Katana or Ragnaroks before this game? Sort of
I don't
relevant.
think anyone has.
Okay.
I would. Okay.
Well, Katana would have run through a strategy meeting, unless I guess everyone came home so late that we couldn't do that. But
I think everyone came home so late that you weren't able to
Yeah.
go through a strategy.
oh,
meeting.
and Katana was like stabbed in the ribs, so that makes sense. Well, this is no good. We have no strategy.
Did anybody
We
tell
do.
Electrocute what this thing is all about?
No one even thought to do it.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that she's standing there. It's like, what the heck is going on? Is this how the school is, getting rid of problems these days?
I've had a strategy discussion with Pixie. We will
Okay,
discuss it.
What's our strategy?
We
Take
are
him
going
down.
to have a sit down.
What's a sit
You mean on the hill?
Yeah.
Um,
We could do it on the hill.
But
But they have to sit on the hill too then.
Or you mean we
We-
refuse to play?
Yeah.
we refuse to fight.
Okay, what if they don't refuse to fight?
Then I suppose they will win.
Fair enough. Since they don't actually have to attack us, they just need to take the stage, right?
Some of them might try if they.
What
Are
if
so
they do
inclined.
attack us and ignore the stage?
Then I
take
think
stage.
defend each other, but don't fight back.
Yes.
Okay.
Why aren't we fighting back if they attack us?
Because the system of this school is ridiculous.
Well, I do agree with that. I mean, I don't get the whole point really, but
No, I like training matches. I just don't like grudge training matches.
Yeah, I'm totally not fighting my. I mean, I don't want to fight any of them.
Rags has just been quiet at the back of it, and just, especially when Pixie talks.
What do you say, Rags?
Well, let's get started.
so we're just gonna walk there and sit down and get beaten. That sounds like school.
Well, the alternative is to
The idea is that they also sit down with us.
yeah.
Maybe
help.
if we approach the center, we're going to be begging a fight. Do we would just want to sit down at our starting areas?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
And
Perhaps gather just outside the control point.
Lark is gonna sit down with us.
Well, I talked to them. I asked them to. I hope they do.
What did they say?
Not a lot. They were thinking about it.
Okay.
All right. So team mechanics, when you enter battle against a dangerous foe, and this is technically meeting that, you add 2 to the team pool. Of course, you'll be keeping the team pool.
Yes. I'll add.
If the leader has influence over every teammate, add another team. Do you have influence over everyone?
I think so. Let me check. I have influence over Katana, ASAP, Pixie, Electrocute, and Kid Ragnarok. That's
Yes,
everyone,
you
I
do.
think. Yes.
How do you have influence over everybody?
Well, Electrocute, you gave
Well,
your.
you gave it to
Yeah,
everyone.
that's
Theoretically.
He's a very convincing piece of rock.
If everyone has the same purpose in the fight, Kid Ragnarok.
Let's say maybe not.
Okay, then you don't add another team for that. If any team member mistrusts the leader or the team, Kid Ragnarok.
I don't mistrust the leader, and most of the team I'm cool with.
All right. Okay, cool. Then I won't remove a team there. If your team is ill-prepared or off-balance, what do you guys think? You didn't get to talk about a plan ahead of time.
We have a plan.
You do have a plan, that's true. You didn't need that much training ahead of time. Just sitting down. It's the best plan. It's the easiest plan. Who can't execute on sitting down? Well, Quartz, because he doesn't have a butt. Okay, so the team. So there you go. Oh, this is cool. The leader of the team can mark a condition to avoid removing a team from the pool during that moment. That's kind of exciting. I've never seen that. I'm sure it was always there. I never saw it. Work with the team, can spin that team to spin 1 for 1 to help a teammate, giving them a +1 to their roll. You can also use a team to act selfishly. When you act selfishly, say how your actions ignore or insult your teammates. You remove a team from the pool and shift one of your labels up and another label down. Your choice. You can use this after rolling to alter the label you're rolling with. So, not sure why I'm mentioning that rule. Rags. All right. So I'm now going to share screens to show off the map. It's maybe the last Google drawing map that I use in this game. I'm kind of wistful. I made tokens, guys. Tokens.
There's a few tokens missing. Raygun and
That
Yeah,
is
that's
the
okay.
cutest
Electrocutes.
possum.
Isn't it? Let me upload those. I have tokens for everybody. I have Electrocute, but I just need to add it and then resize it.
After
Sorry,
seeing the
Chief
picture
Jason.
of this possum, I think this fight should be decided by Tickle Fight.
All right. Oh, so it's still a big. All right. And then we add Raygun. All right, just a moment here. Where are you, Raygun? There you are. And he'll come in gigantic as well, and I'll have to resize. And he's a little tiny, so let me make him slightly bigger. One more. There we go. All right. So, when you guys step into take positions, that is the original setup for the superlatives. And so there's some time you guys get to form up on your side of the field. You see up in the stands, there are 100. All of the students are here. Everybody, like a lot of the extracurricular activities were postponed to watch this. The grudge match of the century. Everybody wants to see if, well, they really want to see if the new Silver Savior's chicken out, because they've heard that you guys are really scared to fight the superlatives. And yeah, so they're stomping feet in the stands. There's some people who are cheering for the superlatives. Judd jumps into the awesome possum mode, and sure enough, his headband stretches, so he's wearing like a red headband. And everybody else is formed up in their cool superlative uniforms, except for Raygun. Lark is near the front because she is, of course, very offensive and needs to be near the front. And Britt's close by, too. So, Katana, when you step out, Britt locks eyes with you. What does she pick up in your
Lagging from me.
expression?
I just missed everything you said, Rich.
Oh, I'm so sorry. No, that's okay. I can redo it.
Okay.
So, Katana, when you step onto the court, Britt is looking for you. Like, it was obvious she was looking for you, and she sees something in your expression. What does she pick up from you? She's really, good at that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm also looking to catch her gaze, and I nod at her. She may catch me. Like I will look at everyone else and then look at her and nod, and it's like a sort of a silent agreement that we have to keep these people out of trouble.
Yes, and Britt, she'll just nod back, like she gets that, and she's definitely on board with that. So cool. Over the loudspeakers as you guys walk up. So who? Give me like a couple of images as you guys are entering the court. I just want to get like a vibe. You know, Katana had this moment with Britt there, but what are the rest of you guys doing? ASAP, how about you?
ASAP looks oddly nervous. Usually he's eager to get into some kind of competition. He could show off his skills and be a hero and stuff like that. But he's a little insecure, a little nervous right now, since he knows that Hannah's on the other side and he doesn't want to be forced into a fight with her.
Cool, cool. What about Kid Ragnarok when you enter the court? What do we see? What's on the comic panels as you're walking in? Oh, you're muted.
He's kind of looking pretty sullen and moody, with the eyes kind of smouldering, and he just kind of heads to one of those kind of trashed cars and leans up against it, kind of giving a bit of a glance at the other people, but not really kind of eyeing any of them in particular.
Nice. I like that. So what do we get when we see Electrocute? Who is she walking in beside? And when you hear the roar of the crowd and you see the superlatives who definitely have their game face on staring across the way at you, what do we see from Electrocute?
I think I followed Rags. I don't know, for whatever reason, I just decided to follow him. And I'm kind of looking at everybody. It's like, oh no, this is horrible. This is like the worst kind of school thing ever. This is like being bullied all over again, and everybody's watching that. And she kind of looks really like she wants to be anywhere except here.
Rough. Very rough. Okay. So what about our conspirators here? Pixie, when you walk onto the court, you're getting a feeling that maybe Lark is not exactly in the sit-in, sit-down kind of mood.
So I think she does try to catch Lark's eye and kind of offer her like a little wave. But she's going to lean into Quartz and say, I think we're going to have to protect Kid Ragnarok.
And what is Quartz's reaction to that?
I'm prepared to defend people.
Nice. Nice. All right. So then a few moments pass, and then over the loudspeakers, the acting Dean Ricochet says, teams, be advised that at the starting positions, you stay on either side. But once play begins, there are no off-limit points throughout the entire gymnasium. You may not come into the stands. It is not part of the gymnasium. You may not go into the locker rooms. That is not part of the gymnasium. Any door that is used to exit the gymnasium means that you are out and cannot return to participate in this match. It is a King of the Hill match. The control point is in the center. Whoever logs the most time for their team without a challenging team member on the control point area logs time, and that time is marked. The cumulative scores will be compared by the end of the 15-minute match. This match can be called by myself or another authority figure. This is a grudge match between the two teams, but remember, you are all heroes. Good luck, and may the best team win. And then you see a 5-second countdown, and of course we'll kind of cut. We have panels where it shows the 5 seconds, right, in that old basketball giant scoreboard countdown, and then it will shoot to a face, a couple pairs of faces of Pixie and Quartz, then down to 4, and then we see Electrocute standing near Ragnarok, and Electrocute looks worried, but Ragnarok's trying to look cool. Then we go down to 3, and then we have a split shot of ASAP, who's still trying to figure out what's going on, and Hannah, who has her game face on. She's not betraying anything. Then we go down to 2, and we have Katana, who has her whip sword, and she's still watching. We have a flash to Britt, and then down to 1, we see overall like a huge, like a George Perez two teams kind of facing off with each other, and then bam, the horn sounds, and immediately Awesome Possum is just going to move straight into the control point, and he sits his big, giant possum butt right down in the scoring moment. What is the first thing that we see from Kid Ragnarok?
I put my hand behind me and kind of generate like a kind of big clawed energy hand and just slam it into the hood of the car and then just bring the car forward to throw it.
That is awesome.
That's Awesome Possum, I think.
You are so unleashing your powers. Yes, it's the best. This is the best thing. I love it. Okay, when you unleash your powers to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses, roll plus freak.
I'm only 0 at freak at the moment, but I'm throwing a car. 9. There we go.
9. Now, do you want to do... This is the perfect moment for you to use this selfishly to boost that up to a 10. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's a thing you could do. You could also use that to shift your labels if you wanted to bump your freak up. Tempting, right?
So I'm unleashing powers. Okay.
So you could flip your superior and freak if you wanted to be able to unleash a lot of powers for this. You could also do it with mundane, which is kind of funny because who's been pushing your mundane up all this time? Katana.
Oh, all that hard work. I think at the moment I'm sticking. Let's switch that around.
Yes. All right, please, Quartz, mark your team pool down by 1. That +1 will give you a 10, which is a full hit. You do not need to mark a
I'm knocking
condition.
my savior down.
Oh God! So you have a +2 on freak.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. So we have an amazing artist rendition of this car flying through the air. What is the expression we see on Pixie's face when you see that, the gauntlet has been thrown?
Absolute horror.
So
does Rag still need to explain how his actions insult or thwart his teammates? Or is it pretty clear? Ignore or insult?
I think it's fairly clear. You guys did mention the plan.
So
I grunted and threw a car.
Yeah.
So I think what we see is Rags does his awesome claw maneuver. He throws it, and then there's the look of shock on Pixie's face, and then we see the car, and there's a shot of Awesome Possum, and he sees it coming in the air, and he says, "I got this. I got this." Then the car slams into his big possum chest and knocks him straight onto his back, and then the car kind of flips over and mashes his face a bit. His possum tail, that little naked possum tail, shoots up in the air for a second and then falls down right in the control point area, but it's easy enough to move if you want to get over there. That is when Lark screams and knocks both Pixie and Quartz down, because the two of you were, I would imagine, taken by surprise by this traitorous act from Kid Ragnarok. Not a complete surprise, but yeah. So the two of you get knocked down to the ground. What is your reaction, Quartz? You're the team leader, so what's going on here? Oh, Jan, I think you're muted.
I am. As she screams, I'll probably notice it, and I'll probably throw myself in front of Pixie. I'll try to defend her.
Okay, cool. Then why don't you defend someone from an immediate threat? Roll plus Savior. This is for a PC threat.
Let's see. Look at the sheets. No, it's Savior. Only one. That's a 13.
Wow, you defended the crap out of that. Okay, sweet. Oh, it's for an NPC threat or a PC threat. So it's an NPC threat. On a hit, you keep them safe, them being Pixie. And then on 7 and 9, you choose options. So you just keep her safe. That's amazing. You did not expose yourself to cost, retribution, or judgment, because that was an absolute full thing. So when you push her aside, this is it's not at all clear, but the black thing, that is a hole. There are 3 holes. These are wires that are strung up here. They're about 20 feet up in the air. And then this is several rows of girders. And then these are it's similar, kind of think of it like an airsoft or type deal. These are barriers that you can hide behind. They're concrete barriers, as are these. And those are, as Kid Ragnar pointed out, those are cars. So yes, you protect Pixie, and you don't have to take any retribution whatsoever. Did you do this by flying up? Did you go hide behind girders? How did you protect Pixie and yourself?
I just I shape shifted. Like I basically just extended my body in front of her.
Awesome! I love that. That is very cool. So that Pixie, are you cool with that? Like, is there anything you want to add in of what Pixie does? Oh, by the way, Pixie, do you look barkish or do you look like your avatar picture right now?
Because I have an avatar picture and my picture in the map is also of Malia, like not barkified. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna say she was kind of able to kind of meditate and regain her humanoid appearance for the time being.
Awesome. And if some point we think that she should barkify, don't worry, I've got your back, okay?
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Sweet. I think ASAP the Speedster, we need to know what's going on with ASAP next. So what happens after you see Awesome Possum get carified? I just verbed carify.
Yeah.
Carify. It's carific.
I think this is one time that I wasn't fast enough because I was thinking of moving Possum, but if I moved him now, it would look like we're trying to regain the control point. No one else has made a move. I think a time for a foolhardy action. I am going to go up against Kid Ragnarok. I'm going to create a cyclone around him to try to block him off from the fight because he's instigating this and we're wanting to not escalate.
Okay. As I look at the two basic moves of directly engaging a threat and unleashing your powers, this feels like it's more unleashing your powers right now because I don't imagine the Kid Ragnarok would necessarily strike back immediately. So unleash your powers is what I think it fits the best here. Do you agree?
That sounds good.
All right, roll plus freak.
Freak. +0. That's going to work out well. Well, that's a 9.
Wow, a 9. Do you want to use team? Does somebody want to team help him stop Kid Ragnarok? No? I like the silence.
I think we should, yeah.
Electrocute's there. Katana's there. How could you help?
Actually, I am thinking that Electrocute is going to do something completely else.
Yes!
Katana will help ASAP.
Sweet.
I'm not sure how, because ASAP's creating a cyclone, right?
Right. Do you think maybe you distract Kid Ragnarok? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, yeah. Well, ASAP might be too fast. Otherwise, Katana will just, jump inside the cyclone.
If I see you come in, then I'd give a pause or something and wind up the cyclone a little bit.
Awesome.
I could do that.
I love it. So, Katana, you're in there with Kid Ragnarok with this cyclone that's cut his vision off. Is that what ASAP's trying to do? Is basically cut off?
Yeah.
He's an eye of a hurricane.
Try to distract him, keep him focused on us. Stop this craziness. Shouting things like that. Come on, we don't need this fight. Yeah, I guess trying to blind him from the rest of the fight.
ASAP, what are you doing?
We're not fighting. Stop this. This is not a real grudge match.
They have fucking announcements that this is a grudge match. Cut this shit out right now. I'm going into that circle.
Since when do you do what people tell you to do? And I rap him on the head again.
Oh!
Are we trying to convince?
I think you're trying to provoke someone. Yeah, I just want to give a couple of beats to that one because that was pretty awesome. So provoke someone. When you provoke someone, now here's the other thing, right? You can also take advantage of your influence over him And oh, don't forget, you do have influence. So you get +1 to moves targeting Kid Ragnarok.
Okay.
But it sounds like you're trying to provoke them. So when you provoke someone susceptible to your words,
Mm-hmm.
say what you're trying to do, and roll plus superior.
Okay. Oh, superior is not my best. I will need some help here. It's a 7 minus 2, so that's a 5.
Oh no. Oh, yes.
And the only person who could actually help you to give you a +2 is me. I'm not
Yeah.
doing
I'm clapping. You can't see it, but I just clapped in happiness. Sweet. Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, so the first thing that happens is you're trying to convince. Her words have no impact on you whatsoever, Kid Ragnarok. Maybe even sounds just a little silly, but I am going to give a condition to Katana.
Oh no.
And you can choose what condition do you think feels. So here's the deal, right? You're trying to talk Kid Ragnarok into doing something. You're trying to get the team together. You guys didn't get to practice last night.
Mm-hmm.
All of this is falling apart.
Yeah. Either get guilty or hopeless. Hopeless, I guess.
Awesome. Yes, you're starting to feel hopeless. At the same time, during this maneuver, there are a couple of people that are moving up, and Raygun actually just, well, he's going to try to use his gun to obliterate this car that's laying on top of a teammate, so that's what he's doing. Hannah's back here. She's watching. Cool. So let's go with Electrocute. All of this crazy. You got a cyclone going on, a possum with a car on top of him, shape-shifting quartz with Pixie, and you, Electrocute. What's going on?
I kind of wanted to react when she started screaming.
Oh, sweet. You want to react to Lark? So, yeah, that scream is
Yes.
still going on. She has
Yeah.
really, really high lung capacity. And so she's still, let's say she's about, kind of here. She's not actually in the control circle, and you guys have moved slightly out of the way, right, with the shape shifting. So Electrocute wanted to move up. What
Yes.
were you planning on doing?
I'm thinking that she's kind of losing it. You can actually see sort of like tiny little electrifying thing coming out of her eyes, and she starts yelling so loud that what the heck is wrong with you? Like, I've seen you twice and you're always screaming, and I can't take that noise. And she's trying to, shoot an electrocuting ray towards her.
That is awesome. I love it. Now, I think that you are directly engaging a threat here. And the reason I do that is that Lark is already kind of using her offensive power, and the moment you engage, she's going to turn and try to scream at you. So I want you to directly engage a threat, so you need to roll plus danger.
Okay.
On a hit, you're still going to trade blows, which means you
It's -1. Oh no. Okay, here goes. That is a 1.
Sweet. Oh, by the way, Katana, don't forget to mark potential for your abysmal failure earlier to talk to one of your teammates. When you tried to talk to the teammate you kissed recently to convince them to do something smart and you failed horribly and got a condition for it, you got a potential. Don't forget to mark that potential for that failure. Oh, for your failure. Sorry, I'm being a butthead, but I think it's funny. So now we'll go to this other failure with Snake Eyes. Oh my goodness, Snake Eyes. That sounds fantastic.
With the -1.
With a -1, you technically rolled a 1.
Yes.
It's a critical fumble.
Yes.
But hey, you get a potential. So Lark, she turns frustrated with being unable to knock back both Pixie and Quartz with her action. What she does is she sends you sprawling, and you actually she can hit you with enough of a concussive blast from her sonic scream that it knocks you down that little hole. Your electricity fires up into the ceiling, and several of the lights start to flicker. They go off for just a moment. Hey, they're backup generators, so that's fine, right? That's no problem. Everyone is cast in darkness. ASAP. you you feel someone shove you to the ground hard, and your cyclone, you can try to keep it up, but if you do that, then you're going to have to kind of leave yourself defenseless to whatever is happening. What do you do?
My team has told me we're not fighting back. So I am not fighting back. I'm focusing on keeping my team from the fight.
Nice. So you're going to keep up the cyclone?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And shouting at whoever's, if I have time, shouting at them that I'm trying to calm Rags down. I'm not wanting this fight.
Okay. So the logic then is that, hey, if I don't fight back, then this isn't going to go as bad for me. I'm just going to hold to the line of what we've committed to do, right?
That's what I'm hoping. Hoping like they will see that we're trying not to fight. Yes, someone took a cheap shot at the beginning, but I'm trying to deal with it internally. Back off and let us deal with our problems. You guys take the win if you want, kind of thing.
Awesome. Okay, so here's what happens. First of all, I'm going to zip back to electrocute. As you land at the bottom of this pit, it hurts. I'm going to give you a condition. You just failed to lash out. But there was that moment, right, when you felt that anger well up in you, and you saw yourself electrocuting that girl. You almost pulled it off. So what condition do you think applies to you right now? Electrocute.
I think I'm still very angry.
Nice. Cool. All right, so you're going to take the anger condition. I think that works perfectly. So here's what happens ASAP. You keep up the cyclone, which means you're not trying to defend yourself or lash out. And in the darkness, you feel rough hands grab at you, and they grab your arm, your wrist, and then your hand. And you feel, like, when I say rough, I don't mean like somebody who has strong hands. I mean like being grasped by a statue. And you feel one of the hands yank the ring off.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You are a speedster. What do you do?
Oh. Okay, that's personal. Do I know who is the one that took it off?
It is pitch black, but you have a guess.
Oh. I honestly don't know how ASAP would react to that, because I'm trying to honor it. Now I've got conflicting issues here.
Let's cut away from you.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Because you're a speedster, like you think so fast that you can go through this, and we'll cut to other panels and come back and still
Okay,
get your
thank
reaction
you.
in real time. Sweet. So both Pixie and Quartz, you guys moved off to the side. You saw Lark. She hit Electrocute and knocked Electrocute down into one of the pits. And then all of a sudden, this like pink lightning bolt went up into the sky or the ceiling. The lights went out, and it got very, very dark. What's going on with the two of you?
I
We'll
think
start
I
with
would like to
Pixie.
seal the pit, so she can't get back up.
I was just going to get her out. Damn it.
Well, she's attacking them, though. We don't want her to attack them.
Yeah, you saw her lashing out in anger. She just kind of lost her composure. Poor Electrocute. She's just a kid, guys. And,
Just a kid.
eventually a villain. Obviously. Cool. Okay, so the two of you are doing these opposite things in the dark. I think, yeah, what's your
Yes.
reaction? I at least want to know what's going on.
For ASAP?
No, I'm sorry. Let's finish with Quartz and Pixie real
Okay,
quick. So,
good.
So Pixie, I think maybe both happen. It's in the dark. It's kind of difficult to see what's going on. I don't want to make this like Keystone Coppers, but I imagine that maybe you both start your actions. The lights will be coming on in just a second here. So how does Pixie do it? Like, she's going to start to extend some vines?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. So some vines start to climb over that pitch hole. At the same time, Quartz, you're just levitating over there quickly.
Yep,
That-
levitating over there and basically extending my arm down into the pit and like just extending my arm, shape-shifting it down. And
Hey,
just
I'm
telling
curious.
her to
Without
onto
light,
it.
Quartz can see fine, can't he? I mean, he doesn't really see with
He
eyes.
doesn't have eyes, no.
Nice. That's kind of cool. Awesome. So yeah, you're perfectly fine. Now we'll cut back over to ASAP. Oh, you're muted, Bill.
They're funny. Yeah, when that happens, ASAP stops, just skids to a stop. The cyclone obviously drops, and he just turns towards whoever took the ring. That is not funny. Give it back.
Nice. You hear Pristine's voice as he says, "What are you going to do about it?" And then the lights flicker back on. So this is what you see, ASAP. When the lights flicker back on, Pristine, he's got his diamond arm, he's got your ring, he crushes it, and you see some of the gold pieces of the actual metal that held the ring, and then you see Crixon, and he holds in his hand and he pushes it inside the diamond of his arm. And then his arm starts to shift into a cannon. What do you do?
There's a literal like what the fuck moment kind of thing.
Sweet. He's going to shoot you. Do you take
Yeah.
a powerful blow? Is that what happens right now?
I think my foolhardy action would be to run up to him and slam him to the ground, but I don't know if I have time to do that.
You always have time. You are a speedster. That's the good thing about being a speedster. You could definitely pull that off. His intent is that he has just shoved Crixon into himself. He's shapeshifted, which is not a thing that you guys have ever seen him do, but his right arm is becoming a very large cannon that he is then going to shoot you with. So what is if you want to take a foolhardy action, feel free. What do you want to do?
Okay. My assumption is that he's going to be firing. What you put Crixon? He's firing what's left of Crixon. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to time my speed as he fires to run, match the speed of the projectile, and grab it.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah.
I think you are directly engaging a threat then, right? Oh, I mean, it could be unleash your powers, but there is the possibility of taking damage here.
Yeah. That
So
makes sense.
I think I'm going to go with directly engage a threat. Unless you've got an argument otherwise, I think that's the one that fits the best from the results of the move.
No, that makes sense.
Okay. So roll plus danger.
Oh no. What is my danger? I don't think it's 2.
Your danger is currently a flat
Yes.
0.
A flat. So that's a 5. Oh crap.
Hmm.
It's gonna hurt.
7. It's a 7.
How is it a 7? I gotta know. What is Kid Ragnarok? You see this, right?
As the tornado dissipates,
Right.
there's just this vroom of an engine starting up, and I just basically ride over Pristine's head on my way to do something else.
That's awesome. Sweet. Okay, cool. So the +2 help from Kid Ragnarok because he has that ability to give a +2 when he helps someone. That's using a team pool, though, right? So please mark down the team.
But it just uses 1 from the team pool to give a
Right.
+2.
1 from team pool, but gives a +2 to the roll. That pushes you up to a 7 on directly engaging a threat. On a hit, you trade blows. So it's going to hurt. On a 7 to 9, you can pick one.
Do
you see the options? You need me to drop them into the chat?
It's the engage a threat. No, I've got it.
Okay, cool.
I pick one.
Mm-hmm.
I think I am going to frighten the opposition. I think you see a look of rage on ASAP's face that no one has ever seen. He is coming in with almost murderous intent.
That sounds fun to me. Awesome. So you do take a blow. So
Yeah,
you
I
need to
do
take a
take the
powerful blow. You need to roll plus conditions. You currently have insecure, so roll plus 2d6 plus 1. You want to roll low.
I do. This will be when I roll high. 6, 7. Yep. So 7, choose one.
Yeah, you can
man.
lash out verbally to provoke a teammate to foolhardy action. You can give ground, which gives the opposition opportunity, or you can struggle past the pain but have to mark 2 conditions.
I think, considering what's going on, I think struggle past the pain. Because I'm getting hit and I just keep going.
Sweet. I love it. Okay.
So I am angry. I am also afraid.
Okay, cool. So what we have is kind of a wide shot on the panel. It's one of those like very wide panels, and there's the cannon arm Pristine. And he fires this like sickly orange laser at you, but there are all these like Kirby particles coming off around the edges of it, and he fires that off. But you're pushing past it with that crazy murderous rage. You feel this weird twisted version of the energy that Crixum gave you in order to help unleash your powers, right? So Crixum doesn't fuel your powers anymore. He was the catalyst that helped you to become ASAP. However, he is also your advisor, kind of your weird alien friend, and he is being used to make this odd blast or beam that's being shot at you. At the same time, before you're overwhelmed, you're moving past it and closing on Pristine. You see in his eyes, he realizes, oh, this is not working as well as I thought. And that's when Kid Ragnarok slams into him and slams him into the wall of the gem, because they're close enough. That seems cool to me, right? So we have, I'll do a quick update to, and Katana, you get to see all this front row seat. Awesome stuff going.
Yep.
So the lights come back on. We have Pixie has just currently covered up the hole where Electrocute is, but Quartz is going in with his hands to pull her back out. And yeah, then we have Katana, who's standing right by the fight between Ragnarok, ASAP, and Pristine. And you hear from Katana, you see Britt. There is a look of complete surprise on her face from what's going on there, and she's headed over.
That's good. I can use a team. Is there... Are there alarm systems in this hall?
Oh, of course. There were more cameras before, but Quartz destroyed one of them.
Oh, right. That was this area.
There's an editor's note, like, please see Hope Prep episode so-and-so, session so-and-so there.
Is there anything I know that invalidates a match? Or is there like such a grave error you can make if the entire match is forfeit?
Oh, that's kind of cool. Why don't you assess the situation?
Okay.
You're not great at that because it's superior.
Not too bad. It's an 8.
Wow. Nice. Okay, so on a 7 to 9, you get to ask one question.
Okay, let's see what fits. How could we best end this quickly? Well, with the idea of I really want to shut things down, like I did in the cafeteria.
You bet. The best way to shut this down is for someone to get actually injured. There are sensors on each of you guys, and if someone gets actually physically injured, then it's all bets are off. The match will be immediately ended.
Okay, ASAP's ring from getting crushed with an alien, that doesn't count. Stupid sensors. Okay, good. That would be the best way, yeah. The quickest.
Okay. So what do you do?
What does injured mean?
What does injured mean?
Yeah, like if I stab myself in the head, do we have to cut off the
blood? If blood's seen, because the Commons Code Authority, we don't hardly ever see blood. Blood's how we know it's on.
Okay. Do a cut. Do a switch cut.
Okay, cool. You're right. I'm sorry. I learned that lesson and I forgot my lesson. Awesome. So here's what happens. Katana, you're looking around. I think we have some thought bubbles. If you're like, how do I end this quickly? Someone needs to actually get injured. Ragnarok, you've run over top of Pristine, and ASAP, you're there. You've made your way to Pristine, but we're going to cut to Electrocute. Electrocute, Quartz is trying to help you out, but you see there are a bunch of vines that are about to trap you into this pit. What do?
I'm going to try to teleport out of there.
Nice. I think that's unleashing your powers. Why don't you roll plus
Actually,
free?
I have a move for that. It is growing into power. When you unleash your powers to do something your future self can do, mark a condition to roll plus savior. So I'm going to try to teleport behind them and do like Electropomp because I am tired of this crap and I am furious and I completely lost it.
Yes! Yes! Already have anger. So
yes,
you need to mark another condition, right?
I'm gonna mark afraid because now I'm starting to be afraid of myself.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you're starting to lose it and you don't even really have much control. I love that. That's awesome.
So that is plus savior, which is 1. So finally something that is net minus. That's a 8. So
nice. So let's see on this one you're doing the grow into power. You roll plus savior. So you do something your future self can do. Bam, you pull it off. I just wanted to make sure that I was reading it correctly. So you teleport. Where did you teleport towards? You can move yourself wherever you want in the map.
Where is my... Oh, I actually have to get into the actual thing instead of the hangout. Obviously, I can't.
Sorry.
I'm probably, I don't know, somewhere here because I don't want to kill them all. That's like the last bit of any kind of sense I have in me. So I'm gonna teleport somewhere around here. So, some of them will get hurt, but hopefully I'm not killing them.
Sweet. That is awesome. So you teleport out of that quartz. You just saw this as you reached in to help her. Electrocute teleported, and she's gone. And you've seen Electrobomb do that when Captain Electron went after her. She just zipped out. Yeah. So what is Quartz? What do we see from Quartz once that happens?
He probably is looking around to see, like he's trying to find her.
Cool.
But on the other hand, I'm also a bit distracted by what just happened to Krixen. So there's like, you see Quartz sort of torn between two.
Yeah, you hear like the screaming of pain in your native language. It kind of looks like those weird, odd symbols that we have sometimes to show your native language, Quartz.
Yeah,
but it hasn't stopped.
That's going to get his attention more.
Sweet. So I'm gonna So I'm just going to give updates on what's going on with the superlatives. So Lark has moved down. She's going to try to sucker punch Kid Ragnarok. Raygun has finished. He's basically helped out. He's standing in the scoring area, by the way, and he's ray gunning the car. Hannah has not moved, but we do get a reaction shot from Hannah as she just saw what Pristine did to ASAP, and there's a look of anger on her face. So now we cut back to you guys. So Kid Ragnarok, you ran over top of Pristine, right? So I'd imagine you'd be there, right? Does that feel right? So what's Kid Ragnarok doing right now after you've run over Pristine? He's struggling to his feet, but he's...
I don't think I was slowing down. I think I was basically using him as a ramp. I don't know.
That's crazy. Okay, awesome.
So I think I've gone past.
Okay, cool. Where were you headed after that then? Seems like a road bump. Ba-dum-ba-dum.
Yeah. I think kind of slightly skirting the kind of the wall of the stands. You know,
okay, cool. So like you were doing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
I don't think he really caught the actual dramaticness of what happened with him and with ASAP and Pristine.
That's
He
right.
just knows he does not like Pristine.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think currently he doesn't see how bad it's escalated. So he's going to drive right into the center of the control point.
Oh, right up to your ex-girlfriend. That sounds like a good choice. Okay, we'll cut to Katana. What are you doing, Katana?
Katana is realizing that the only person who actually has a weapon that can draw blood is herself.
Yes, that's
so
true.
That really sucks.
How clever is that of the GM to have put such a complication into this thing with your sword?
Well, in that case, she's just standing next to Britt, so she'll just say whatever she's thinking out. Britt, not Lark, and just say like, we need to stop this. Someone needs to get hurt. I mean, we need to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Before it gets worse.
No, do it. Do it. She holds out her hand.
And then she like hesitates and like ah.
Sweet. All right. So you're hesitating?
Yes. Also, I want Kid Rock to have his cool confrontation.
Okay, cool. So let's.
So I'll actually draw my katana and then hesitate. Like, ah.
I love it. Sweet. So we cut to ASAP and Pristine because I really want to see what's going on here because ASAP just lost his. He's gone a little crazy with all the conditions and the like, and Pristine is struggling to his feet. And you can see that his body is like it no longer has that really hard diamond surface anymore, and he's actually kind of crab walk crawling away from you. What do you do, ASAP?
I think so. I got the form of Crixum, right? I was able to catch that.
No,
all that.
What he did was somehow use Crixum's energy and blasted some of it at you. It's still inside Pristine's arm.
Okay, then that definitely changes.
Now, if you'd said, I want to take something away from him, then I would have gone with that idea. But because you wanted to frighten him, it's still in his arm.
Fair enough. Okay, so, yeah, I am just screaming like a madman. You killed him, or you're killing him. And I am going to launch and just do a barrage of punches at this guy to try to like knock him out. And basically I'm screaming, you're killing him, give him back.
That is amazing. I love that. So
is that unleashing? Well, I think at this point I'm trying to hurt him till he gives it back, kind of thing.
Right. Here's the thing. I'm going to say it's unleash your powers because he is not striking back. In fact, as you close on him, he stops crab walking away and seems almost frozen in place. You feel that as you start to land the blow. So unleash your powers.
Oh boy, there's something more happening. Okay, come on, Dyson. Okay, so yeah, Unleash is plus Freak, which is flat, so just a 10.
Sweet. You rain down a fury of blows on Pristine, and his body goes from that diamond-like substance to become more and more malleable, and then you're able to kind of reach in, and you can see the shining form of Crixum, the crystal inside his arm, and you're able to just, if you're willing to do it, you could reach in very quickly and just snatch it out of him. Do you do it?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. So he seems transfixed, and you're able to grab his hand, you grab that forearm, you reach in, just plunge in with your fingers, moving with all of your speed, just like laser precise, snatch Crixum out, and you have Crixum in your hand. Meanwhile, we cut to Kid Ragnarok riding up onto your ship, onto the control point. Lark's just going to hit you full blast with the biggest sonic scream she can. You walked right into it. Take a powerful blow.
That'll do. That's plus conditions.
Plus conditions, yes, sir.
Come on.
I don't think you have that many. You never have conditions, right? You're always like happy, go lucky. Oh,
I got a 9.
Pixie.
That's good, right? Yeah, 9.
Yes, it's good for me. Okay, on a 7 to 9, you choose one. You lash out verbally, provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition on someone, which means you use up that influence. You give ground, your opposition gets an opportunity, or you struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions. What do you do?
It would have been if Pixie was right nearby. But I think I'll give ground.
Okay, cool. So you get knocked off of your bike and slammed down into the ground, and Lark steps forward. The trike, it dissipates, right, when you're not concentrating on it?
Yeah.
Cool. So you give some ground, and I think... Yeah, you don't have to mark any conditions as a result of that success because it is a hit. But what we see on screen or on the comic book page is that Lark is just pouring it on. Like she's trying to hurt you. I think maybe we have some like slightly strategically ripped clothing to reflect the sonic waves cascading over you. So the last thing I want to flip over to is Pixie because you did your vine creation. Quartz is left to go see what's going on with Pristine. But what's going on with Pixie? You see Lark doing that to Kid Ragnarok. You saw the Electrocute did that crazy teleportation power. What's going on for you?
Pixie's going to basically put herself between, which is the worst possible place, and Andrew realizes that, but between Lark and Ragnarok and try to defend him.
Yes! Sorry. Yay! That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Or drama. Please defend. You defend someone or something from an immediate threat, which there is one. Roll plus Savior.
Wow.
You are very saviorific.
12.
That's amazing. On a hit, you keep them safe. And yeah, that's an NPC threat. So you get to choose one of the below. Add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
I want to take influence. All the influence are mine.
Why, yes, you now have influence over Kid Ragnarok. How do you defend him from this set of mighty blows from Lark?
Oh, she's just totally going to step right in there.
Sweet. So what happens, you step right in there, and she stops. Lark's not going to hit you.
Again?
Well, the first one was she was going for Quartz. She was stepping in the way.
Sure she was.
Okay, so yeah, anyways, you step right in the way, and she cuts off. What are you doing?
You're not going to hurt him. I'm not going to let you.
What? It's just the match. It's for points.
I told you. I'm not fighting. So if you're going to hit someone, you're going to have to go through me.
I think I'm struggling up, kind of very woozily behind. Like, you don't need to defend me. I'm by my own pals.
I know, but you're my friend. So I'm not going to let her hurt you anymore. She folds her arm, squares her shoulders.
Sweet.
And just looks expectantly. She's expecting
that.
Lark to unleash again.
Oh, she's thinking about it. And then we cut to Katana. Katana, do you actually do what you were going to do to Britt?
I say, okay then, hold out your hand. And when she does, I will quickly whip around, put my katana in her hand, and cut myself with it.
Oh, nice. That's so cool. Yeah, so you shove the whip sword into her hand and run your hand along it. And then we pull back, you see the blood start to trickle down, and then a few klaxons go off. And the lights come up, and Dean Ricochet says, "The match is terminated. Please cease all hostilities." And she steps out, as do a couple of other faculty members, to make sure. And Lark looks up, and as she steps back, it's obvious that she's out of the fight. Electrocute, what are you doing?
So I already heard that the whole thing is over.
Yes.
I still kind of want to, just unleash the bomb on the car that is next to me.
Sweet. That's awesome. I mean, I don't necessarily see a role, but this is the revelation of your electro bomb power, right? You haven't pulled this off, so maybe it is.
I didn't even know I'm capable of doing that, so it's sort of like I already started doing that, so I kind of can't stop that anymore. It's just going to happen.
I love it. What does it look like when you blow up that car?
The car is blown up into like tons of little pieces. There's not much left, and all the walls around have like 10 little pieces of the car.
Sweet. That's awesome. Hannah's awfully close to that. Yeah.
Boy.
So everybody seems like they've ceased hostilities, and then all of a sudden the car just explodes, and yeah, you didn't see Hannah because she's short, and she was on the other side of a car and behind a barrier, but she gets knocked to the ground. Concussive force, maybe some of those shards. ASAP, you just defeated Pristine, and you've gotten Crixum back. And all of a sudden those klaxons went off, and everything is over, and then you hear this huge explosion. And when you look over, you see Hannah get thrown against the wall of the gym, and she kind of slides down to the ground. What do you do?
I'm there.
Sweet. She is holding a doll that looks a lot like Pristine. And she is bleeding. Hey, you okay?
Don't worry about me. Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm like, I've got her cradled. And you sure? We need to get you to the school nurse.
Yeah, just take me to the nurse. There's like a piece of shrapnel in her shoulder, and there's a lot of blood. I mean, unless she hits a major artery from your training from your dad, it's probably not life-threatening, but it could cause some major issues with that arm.
If we have a way to get out of the gym
yes.
or the danger room.
Doors are open.
Okay. Sorry, not danger room. The Hope Training Center.
Sorry.
We didn't pay for licensing. Yeah.
That's right. We don't have that kind of money.
So yeah, and I'm running straight directly to the medic.
Awesome. Cool. Oh, didn't say so, but definitely Electrocute has cleared her angry condition. Good job. That's how you clear a condition. Sweet. So, yeah, Britt, she grabs your hand, Katana. She's like, "You idiot." And What are you doing? And she's holding your hand with hers, like trying to keep it from bleeding, and the blood's kind of pooling around her fingers.
I say, that's fair. But sort of smiling.
Sweet. And she's kind of smiling too. All right, so Pixie, it looks like Lark's backed off, and she's not trying to attack Kid Ragnarok, and Ragnarok said he could fight his own battles. How's that going? Oh, you're muted.
So Pixie just turns her back on Lark, and are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah,
Thought we were enemies.
Why would... No, we're not enemies.
Sure acted like that yesterday.
And she looks very not proud of herself. Yeah. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
I went too far. I know I went too far. I'm just kind of afraid you guys are going to... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Alex.
I might have overreacted as well.
And she kind of glances a little bit over her shoulder and she says, I'm just kind of afraid you guys are going to kill each other. Like, literally kill each other.
Yeah. The death threats are all her side. I'm just getting rid of some frustration. I'm good now.
Well, is there something I can do to make it up to you? Like, maybe don't run me over with a bike, because that looked like it hurt. But, you know, something smaller.
Smaller than running over a bike?
Smaller than running
over a bike. You
bike.
can make a smaller bike.
Like a tricycle? Like one of the little ones?
Tricycle.
You would look badass on those little tricycles. Like steel. Yeah.
There's nothing I couldn't ride that would make me look stupid. No, we're good. We're good.
As long as it's black.
Colors, that's made that hard. If you don't want it looking like lightning, there's...
Okay, fine. It's your bike.
All right. It seems to me like someone is empathizing with someone else. There is a move in basic moves that we have never engaged, and I really feel like I threw it to the chat.
We get to use adult moves?
Yeah, I thought
that's why I've never used it. I'm an idiot. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Dang it.
I was like, why haven't we used this all the time? We empathize.
I know, right? I saw that move, and I've actually it's because I had everything blown up for my old eyes, and I didn't see that it says adult moves above it.
Comfort and support.
Ignore that. Comfort and support definitely hit that. So cool. Comfort and support. It seems like you're both supporting each other a little bit, like
a little bit.
Mostly, sure.
Wait, hold on. Let me check things. Ooh, I could totally try a team move.
Let's do that. Let's hit some moves. Go moves.
Go power moves.
Yeah. So Pixie's kind of basically trying to tell you like she fucked up. She knows she fucked up and she's really sorry and she doesn't know how to make it right, but she wants to make it right. So when you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, ask them if they think you're losing or gaining humanity. So am I losing or gaining humanity?
No, yes.
Yes? Which is yes.
Yeah, you're gaining.
Yay! If they say gaining, clear a condition, and shift mundane up or in any other label down. Sweet. I don't have any conditions to clear, but...
Get to go back to a flat mundane.
Yes, I do.
You're almost human.
I'm going to knock Superior down because, yeah, she's definitely not feeling very superior right now.
Hey, Andrea, a thought just occurred to me.
What?
for every time that your mundane is below 0, you have to stay bark-like.
That's awesome.
Cool. Okay.
I've just been being dramatic with it, but that's awesome.
I know. No, I like the dramatic. And it's just a thought that came to me. Like the moment I looked at mundane, I thought, oh. So there's that. Awesome. I think we should take a bio break, but I want to make sure that we got everything out of this scene because we'll probably jump back.
Is Kid gonna make a move?
Is Kid Rag gonna move? I think so. What move are you making, Kid Ragnar?
Am I making a move? I can make a move.
Check your team moves too.
You shared a vulnerability or weakness.
Yeah.
And then you could be offering comfort or support when she admitted that she had messed up. So either one of those could fit here, I think.
Oh, I think
A comfort support is a basic move. I dropped that into the chat. You can clear a condition with that, you know. Get rid of that guilty.
Wait a second, I just need to check something if my psychotrack. No, I can't comfort and support somebody on it.
Damn.
Yeah, I think that describes what he's doing. You know, the whole he's taking the blame on himself as well.
Sweet. Okay. Oh, and there's a question in the chat. Your team move is listed with your playbook. So, okay, you found it. So we're going to take a break, and we'll pick up in the aftermath of this wondrous. What?
Did he finish his move?
I don't think he was doing a move. Oh, you did a move. I thought you said you shouldn't do the move because
of it, Rich.
I was supporting, I think.
Okay, so you did do it. I thought you said you can't do it because of the psychic track. That's what my brain.
Yeah. So yeah, you know.
All right. Sweet. Okay, so you offered comfort or support. When you comfort or support, roll plus mundane on a hit. They hear you. They mark potential, clear a condition, or shift labels if they open up to you, which I think she did, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just an extra benefit on a 10 plus. So you can mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels. Pixie.
Oh, I get to pick.
Yeah.
That's the way the moves, because you're offering comfort as support, right, Kid Ragnarok?
Yep.
They mark condition, clear, or they mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels if they open up to you.
You offer comfort as support.
I guess I will take a potential.
There you go.
Yay.
We'll open these adult moves up someday. We keep doing die rolls in the game system we keep playing. That's how it works. Now, is there anything else before I skip over?
One more thing. Electrocute will go to the nearest hole, and she's trying to hide there, and she's crying her eyes out.
Oh, that's awesome. We're going to pick up with the aftermath of that one, because that sounds great. Yes. I love it. Good job. Poor Electrocute becoming Electrobomb so quickly. I thought you would have fought long or hard, but no, it's just like, just automatically Electrobomb. You're so bad. Sweet. We are going to take 5 minutes. Everybody take a bio break, and we will pick back up and do a little bit of aftermath. Thank you, everybody. Well, I'm not sure if Alex is back, because when I put in chat that I was back and Will replied that he was back, Alex's reply was yogurt. I think that means he's eating yogurt. It could just be an act of contrariness, as Kid Ragnarok has somehow influenced Alex's ability to relate with me. I'm not sure which way it is. It appears that Will is munching on food as well. Everybody went to get snacks but me.
Hey, Rich, I have a question since you're back already.
Yes, what's your question?
I have when you follow a step on the path towards your future self, choose one of the following. So does, what happened count?
Yes. Absolutely. 100% yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that I'm really glad that you asked that question because...
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
yes.
I'm thinking, how does it work to replace Pierce Someone's mask with the following? Isn't Pierce Someone's mask when I want to see something about somebody else?
Yes.
Well, it's sort of weird if I have to replace that with when I retreat into myself.
It does. Again, this is in playtest, and I want to explore it, but let's pick something that still feels fun for you to play.
Well, that is sort of fun, though, because it kind of makes sense in the situation that, she would start retreating into herself and, because she's definitely not happy with this change. That would make sense maybe in this situation, or I'm thinking that actually replace provoke someone with the following when you threaten someone. That maybe. Or replace defend someone with the following when you defend the many while endangering the few. So maybe the defend or the retreating in yourself. I don't know which one. Both of them makes.
Okay, so if
sense.
we go with the fiction, right now you're definitely retreating into yourself.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to pick that one, so I probably need to add that to the character sheet as well.
I just want to point out my personal favorite of the replacement moves is replace comfort or support with the following. When you coldly dismiss someone, roll plus mundane.
Oh, crap.
Oh my goodness gracious, that's so delicious. Okay, yogurt and licorice have been ingested, so... Oh no, I see a cup that's being stirred. Do you eat your yogurt out of a coffee cup, Alex? Oh, you got coffee now, I see. So coffee out of a coffee mug, that's appropriate. Sweet. So let's pick up. We've got a few people who have all separated out. I think, though, it would be amusing if everybody's okay with jump forward a little bit of time with ASAP had taken Hannah to the clinic, and Katana, of course, is going to have to go to the clinic, and Britt's not going to let you go by yourself. So I think maybe we can have a scene there. I'm trying to make sure I portion everything else off, right? Kid Ragnarok and Pixie and Quartz, it seems like the three of you are somewhat together, and Electrocute's retreating within to herself. So I think I want to pick up with the clinic, if that's okay, and then we'll roll back towards Electrocute and the people who are still exiting the court. Is that cool?
Yes.
All right, good. All right, so we pick up with the clinic. I didn't do this during the break because I came back so quick. So real quick, I wanted to take a glance at our wonderful supplement that we use. So I'm using the Hope Prep information, which Mellervia put out. You can get it on DriveThruRPG. I love it. It is a cool idea and definitely what I wanted, which is a superpower high school. There's also Hero High by Mutants and Masterminds that is pretty neat, but I haven't really learned as much about that one. So I'm going to real quickly take a look here. I think that maybe we're going to introduce someone, because there's no specific, there's no school nurse in this supplement that I know of. Let me do a quick word search. Correct. Fox has searched the document. No matches were found. So let me take a look here. Could possibly be Moon Maiden. No, I don't think so. I think it's going to have to be Dr. Pulse. Our previously revealed Dr. Pulse, who turns out that someone has some ability to influence, so that's good, right? So let me quickly show the picture of Dr. Pulse because I think it's a cool picture. And this is a thing that when we move to Roll20, I can have that picture dropped into the Roll20 campaign automatically. But this is Dr. Pulse. He is almost 50, and yeah, he is. He's been a member of several different teams over his history, but now he's retired from superheroing, and we will pick up with him using a few devices to remove the shard from Hannah's shoulder. And ASAP, you're right there. You delivered her. We're in a nice clinic. It's got a couple of beds, right? And Dr. Pulse is there. And what do we see when we come into ASAP? I imagine you've got the you've done the flash moment, right? You've pulled off things so we can see your face.
Yeah. I'm at her side, but I'm also, I think I've mixed focus because I'm focused on her, but I'm still kind of, I don't know, I envision myself like cradling Crixus form or energy or whatever in my hand and like focus between her and that.
Nice. Yeah. So Hannah at this point, she seems worried. She's not a person who portrays a great deal of outer emotion, but she says, "Can you hide this?" And she hands you the doll of Pristine.
Yeah. And I quickly stash it somewhere. Yeah. Somewhere I'll take much. Thank you for jumping in there like that. I know it couldn't have been easy.
It was actually pretty easy. I already had the doll.
Oh, okay. Do you have... No, never mind. That's a question for later.
I do. Where's the thing?
It's my ring. It's what gave me my legacy powers. All my family's powers are given through this ring initially. It's an entity from another world.
Oh. Are you part alien?
No, I'm not. I don't know where the history is, but I think it comes from Quartz's homeworld. It's like an agreement, I guess, between my family and theirs.
Okay. Is it okay? Did he hurt it?
I don't know. I'm gonna have Quartz. Normally, it talks to me. I have any of my attempts to, like, if I've communicated with it or anything, has it seemed just silent or just disconnected or?
Well, I think even though you're a speedster and you may have tried several times, I imagine that this has been a thing where there's just so much going on. It just maybe there were whispers, but you haven't stopped. You haven't slowed down to really listen. But you have a moment now where possibly you could do that. So think about that as Katana and Britt walk in. So Britt's still holding your hand, and hold on just a second. Thank you. So yeah, Britt's still holding your hand, and she's applying pressure. It is not like a romantic holding hand type thing.
Functional hand holding.
is functional hand-holding only. It is completely platonic hand-holding to keep blood from gushing from a wound that you caused on yourself.
Yes.
Anyway, the two of you walk in, and Britt says, Dr. Pultz, we have a laceration here.
Laceration?
Well, I mean, I didn't want to see you cut yourself.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds badass.
Dr. Pulse comes over, and he's got that hand you saw from the picture, right? And he says, I can cauterize that wound. He seems excited about that. What do you...
Okay. Do you have, like, a stick to bite on or something? Not very good with burns.
That's barbaric. Don't worry, I'll inject a sedative
or
some kind of painkiller. Which would you rather? Do you mind taking a little nap?
Yeah, I kind of do.
All right.
I need to get back to my team soon.
Localized pain suppressor will work then, and he holds his hand out, and this little kind of electrode thing shoots into your arm, and you can't feel it as we have a cool artist rendition of the kind of laser coming out of the hand, all a la like Iron Man, except it's coming down and cauterizing the wound.
Whoa.
Oh, by the way, he moved over to help out. Hannah's shoulder is all patched up, just so he pulled all that off while Hannah was talking to ASAP. He says, how did you get this? This looks very much like a bladed weapon.
Oh yeah, it was an accident in the what do you call it? What do we call it? The fighting room? No? Is there a cool word for it?
Oh, your grudge match?
Yes.
How did you perform? He looks over at... He obviously knows that the two of you are on opposite teams.
It was a little chaotic.
And Britt says, I don't think anyone won. I think it was a waste of time.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, I would not use this for a couple days, but I know that you'll ignore that, so please don't use it for the rest of today.
Yeah, that should be fine. How are my previous wounds? Should I also have... I know Tempest bandaged them, but I'm not really sure how good his first aid skills are as a sidekick.
Great question. I think that you've still got that wound from your side.
That might be getting a little infected, huh?
Yeah, it might be infected. Like
yeah.
he did mention like change the bandage kind of thing, but you haven't. So I think Dr. Pulse will probably he runs a scanner over you and says, "Okay, just sit down. You do not take very good care of yourself, Jesse."
I hadn't really thought about that like that, but maybe you're right.
I know that I'm right. You don't have to assure me of my correctness. Here's the thing, Jesse. You don't have powers to lean on. Your power is your spirit and your body. And if you neglect either of them, then you're not going to be kind of heroine that you could be. Do you understand?
Jessie's looking a little confused because she thought this was going to be like a "you don't belong here" speech, and then it wasn't. So she was like, "Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Thanks."
All right, now I'm going to have to get at your hip. And then we kind of pan away as he has to then redress your wound and deal with all that stuff. Britt seems like she wants to stick around. What do you do about that?
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm not asking her to leave or anything.
Cool. When she sees your hip, like when she sees the wound, we'll just have a thing where we don't see the wound, we just see her reaction to it. It's Where did you get that?
Sparring.
Well,
you know how bad I am at sparring.
You're not that bad. I never did that to you.
Hey, what was that?
I mean, well, obviously it was multiple opponents.
Yeah. Thanks for the vote of confidence there.
Sorry. I'm a little keyed up. We were in a big fight. It was exciting.
Yeah, it was not good. You're gonna have to talk to your team.
Yeah, I need to figure out what is up with Pristine. He's never pulled that kind of stuff before. I don't really understand what was happening there.
I don't know either.
And, like, he did something to ASAP? I guess I could ask him. Jesse, what did he do to you?
He stole and destroyed a family heirloom.
That's what gave him that crazy, like, cannon arm thing? He can't shapeshift.
No. Not trying to divulge every... Katana would know about the ring, because I think she's the one person that knows.
Yes. I would try to cover by I'll just say, like, well, that was an asshole thing to do, to just go after destroying random property instead of fighting, you know.
Yeah, I don't know where the shapeshift thing came from.
Britt looks at you for a moment, Katana, and then she just nods. Yeah, that was totally an asshole thing to do. She's buying into it. She doesn't believe it. Like, she's not going to fight it. There's obviously something here, and she respects that.
Team stuff.
Yeah, obviously team stuff. Okay, cool. So let's cut back to the gym. And the members of the Superlatives are quitting the field. Based on the rules of this engagement, you guys need to head back to your individual locker rooms. Lark is gathering everybody up, and Judd is heading over to scoop up. He's still in possum form. He's heading over to scoop up Pristine. What are you doing, Pixie? We'll start with you.
So I guess Pixie's kind of hanging back a little bit, and she's like, okay. It's like she's counting, and she's like, wait, where'd the new girl go?
Quartz and Kid Ragnarok are both right there.
What? Huh?
New girl?
New girl?
What's her name? Electrocute. New girl.
Oh.
She teleported that way.
That's the opposite end of the field from our locker room, isn't it?
It is.
I should go talk to her. Is there any way you can get me across this room without me getting my head blown off?
What?
I kind of look in the direction of where Lark, and I'm sure Lark is keeping track of where I am.
She certainly is.
We could just walk over together.
That seems prudent.
Do you want to talk to her alone? You know, for reasons?
That might be best.
Okay. So we'll just get you over there, and then when they get in their locker room, then we'll go back to ours.
As you guys are headed over, we'll come down to Electrocute, down in this darkness. When you were transported forward in time, did any time pass? Like, was there an intervening, or was it a blink and then you were here?
I think there was some sort of time between, just enough for, get sort of panicky that what the hell is going on, I was somewhere between, like I wasn't anywhere. I was still able to think, but I couldn't see anything, and just enough to be really worried that something happened and I'm like dead.
Like now, a void.
Yeah.
You're retreating into yourself, which is your new move that replaces piercing someone's mask. I need you to roll +9.
That's a 10 and something. It was, what was it again? That was Mundane. And that's a 2.
Wow, you have 2 mundanes, so that's a
that is
12. Okay, you get to choose 2. You can clear a condition, take influence away from someone else that they have over you, or you don't have to... Oh, you do not shift labels to fit how your future self sees their self. Interesting.
Well, I want to clear the condition.
Okay, easy enough.
What else?
So, influence. You could remove everyone has influence over you, as well as Electrobomb, but I don't know if retreating into yourself... Well, it's up to you. The rule says you can do that. But you can remove someone's influence over you.
Okay, let's remove influence, but well, it would make maybe more sense to remove it from Pixie because I haven't really been in any kind of contact with her. But then again, she kind of scares me. The little that I did get to see her.
Rude.
And the last one is, and I want to make sure this is clear, I don't want it to be a gotcha, but it's you do not shift labels to fit how your future self sees their self. And I think that means that if you do not choose that, then you do shift labels to fit how your future self sees their self.
Yeah, I kind of thought that would be interesting, but I'm not sure how she would see herself.
I have suggestions.
I'm thinking of danger, I imagine.
Oh my goodness, yes. We swap mundane for danger. That is exactly what would happen.
Okay, like completely swap, like mundane to -1,
yeah,
and
swap labels.
Let's do that.
That's how swapping labels works in this game. So your mundane go to a -1. Yep.
Let's do that. That is interesting.
Yes, it is.
But
that's a dramatic shift. So who you're moving influence from?
From Pixie.
Okay, so then it's now everyone but Pixie. What is this moment in the void and quiet like for you, Electrocute? Is this relaxing or?
No, it's more like I cry as long as there are tears, and finally there are just no more tears, and it's very tormenting. I'm kind of like losing surroundings and just thinking really dark thoughts about, is there anything I can do? Maybe I can't help it. Maybe I'm really going to destined to become her. And I have to stop this somehow. I can't become this person. Maybe I need to kill myself in order to stop that from happening. I'm in really dark place.
That is rough.
I'm sort of curled up here, holding my own legs like this and going back and forth, just rocking myself.
Is this a loud sobbing? Like as they get closer to the hole where you've literally jumped into, are they going to hear that, or is this something they'll see when they?
Probably will hear that, but at this point she doesn't care.
Sweet. Yeah. So Pixie, you were kind of leading Quartz and Kid Ragnarok over. You guys hear this? Kid Ragnarok, you hear Electrocute sobbing her eyes out. Something's gone terribly wrong.
Is this something you want to face alone?
I think that might be best.
Very well. I have business to attend to. There's a very grim tone to Quartz's voice there.
Yeah, Pixie kind of looks at him oddly, and then she's like, "We're just a call away if you need something, okay?"
Okay. Oh, just to be clear, she's in one of the holes of the...
She is. She didn't leave the field. So I know that Yona she needs to prep for bed for work and everything like that, so we'll let this be the last scene for Yona, and then I'd like to check in with Pixie and Quartz.
I drop down into the hole. It's deep enough. I cushion myself a little bit.
Sure. You can get down that hole, that's fine.
Yeah. And I just quietly sit beside her. Unsure what to say at first. Look, Gary. I know it's like when they expect certain things from you, and And then you think you go in that direction, and well, that's just bullshit. I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's, you know, okay, the future, that's ahead of you. That's not happened yet. What's happened now? You can change it. There's nothing. There's no fuck up is too big.
Really?
I mean, well, you blew up a car. You can impale something. I think, yeah, I blow up cars all the time.
Oh, you do? But did you not see what I did?
Did you want to do it?
I don't even know anymore.
No, not the car.
Happened.
Hannah.
No. That's horrible.
There you go. I'm sure she's fine. I mean, apologize, make a joke. That's what I do. Sometimes just give the apology.
Does it work? I mean, what if I...
Have me kicked out.
What if I do something like that again? I mean, I'm not sure if I don't think I could have been, able to stop that once. I don't even know how I did that. I can't do that. This is... I've just won. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I might be dangerous. I mean,
we're all dangerous. Why didn't they go to school?
Yeah, well, at least...
You can imagine us running around normal high school.
Yeah, well, that is a good point.
I'd have burned down 3 schools by now.
This feels kind of weird that, thinking who I am in relate to you, and you're giving me...
Oh yeah, this is so messed up.
I know, but thank you. I really appreciate this. I feel a little bit better.
Right.
Is that... I saw ASAP with that girl. Is that like... Is it a girlfriend-boyfriend situation?
They did break up, but...
Well, that
between you and me,
like...
I think there's a bit of Romeo and Juliet stuff going on.
He's gonna hate me forever. Oh no. I'm not afraid to apologize to her, but I'm so afraid that he won't, Oh, this is horrible.
My mum broke his nothing. He forgives stuff. It'll be.
Oh,
he's understanding,
Yeah, thank you for not finishing
Give
that
him a bit
sentence.
of space, though.
I'm not ready to hear all the horrible things I will do in future.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to get out of this hole?
Maybe.
Boring in here.
Well, at least I'm not able to teleport and, I don't know, do weird stuff. And okay. Ladder is good.
Let's try ladder.
Yeah. Okay.
I make a ladder.
Thank you.
Cycle ladder.
Also, how do the team moves work? Only while we're in situation like... Because I have a team move. When you share a vulnerability or weakness with someone, ask them if
You definitely did.
If they think you could turn into your future self. If they do, mark potential, and the GM will shift your labels. If they do not, clear a condition and they shift your labels.
Ask that question.
So?
I find Rex finds it very hard to reconcile this girl with what he knows of his mum, because his mum is cold and mean. And so, yeah.
All right. Then you get to clear a condition and shift your labels. By the way, I think that Ragnar was comforting or supporting here again, huh? Right?
Yeah. Should I do some rolling as well? Yes, I got some minuses. I don't think I do. I think I've just got zeros as lowest.
Oh, it's mundane, so I think your mundane is flat right now.
Yeah, but 10.
Yeah, it's
So
awesome.
do I have to shift labels?
Well, here's the deal. So we have a couple of moves that just fired. The first one is you shared a vulnerability, and then they shift your labels, which means that Ragnar would shift your labels. You also comforted and supported, and at 10+, you can, so Yona, for electrocute, you can mark potential, clear condition, you don't have any condition, or you can shift labels if you've opened up, which you did. So since we got 2 label shifting, my recommendation, just go ahead and mark a potential. But
and I can clear a condition myself. Yay.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
I am no longer guilty. I am growing. And then do I have to start shifting things all over the place?
Well, based on the Innocence team move, if they do not, which is your answer, you shift her labels. So you get to shift a couple of her labels.
Let's
By
bring
you, I mean Alex.
Yeah. Let's drop that danger down. There we go. I have moved up mundane back to 0 up and brought a danger down a bit.
Nice. That's very appropriate with the fiction. Very cool. So here we are with 1 minute left, Yona. Right on time.
Well, it's not that big a deal if it's a little bit.
Dang it! Let me pat myself on the back, woman.
Well, yeah, I really appreciate that. It's really, wow.
You don't get the post-game hangout, but if you could answer your end-of-session move for electrocute here, end of every session, choose one. Do you grow closer to the team, grow into your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team? And I see 2 of those answers. Well, you can make any of them fit, but 2 of them feel really interesting.
Can you repeat them?
Yes. You can grow closer to the team.
Mm-hmm.
You can grow into your own image of yourself, which is not so great for you. Or you can grow away from the team.
Second or third. I'm thinking of maybe growing to be sure of myself.
Ooh, explain how you see yourself and why.
I'm starting to see myself as the horrible person I seem to be becoming. And things that I did seems like I have like this nagging feeling that I can't stop that.
Oh God, that's terrifying. Sweet. You get to move 1 label up and 1 label down. So you basically add 1 to any of your labels and subtract 1 from one of your other labels.
Wow, the labels, they really...
I know, they've moved a lot in the last half hour. So if you want to take a few minutes and work on that, as long as you have it done by next session, that's perfectly fine with me.
I think I'm gonna move superior to 0 and I don't know that.
Are you taking down 1? Savior?
Yeah.
Yes. Look at all those zeros. You're about to get an advance, by the way. You're sitting at 4 potential. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Yona. And there we go. So you can drop, and we've got a couple of other scenes that I definitely would like to have if everybody has some time.
And I will definitely watch that later because I want to see what you guys were up to. So I am off to bed. Thank you so much, you guys. I had so much fun. Bye.
Bye.
No.
Bye.
Thank you for playing.
Thanks for running.
Electrocute. She's my favorite villain, future, past self character.
Bye, you guys.
See ya. So Pixie and Quartz. So Kid Ragnarok dropped down in to speak with his mom's, your teammate. So what are the two of you doing? You said you wanted to do something. What was going on?
Yeah, what do you mean business?
I have first I'm checking on Crixon, and as he says that, he tries to make a telepathic connection to Crixon.
Sweet. I think that is unleashing your powers. So I'd like to see that.
Okay.
Unleash. That is a roll plus freak.
Freak. Super freaky. Super freaky.
You're not that freaky. You're flat freaky.
Yeah, exactly. That's a 4.
Yeah, there's no signal.
Okay, in that case, he says, I can't reach him. I have to find him.
Yeah. Okay. What's going on?
He was hurt. He was hurt by Pristine. But first I have to see that Crixon is alright. Then I'll deal with Pristine.
And she reaches out and kind of grabs his hand. She's like, whatever you need. I'm here, okay?
Yes. There's not quite enough emotion in that yes.
Okay, he's an alien. Hand-holding is new, it's fine.
Sweet. So as you are having this discussion, Pixie and Course, one of the things that you notice, as I said, Awesome Possum, he was coming over and he was going to pick up Pristine and take him to the clinic or something. That's when you see entering into the gym is Lightning Bug, who is the esoteric languages teacher. And he says in that weird voice modulated box that kind of floats near him, he says, Judd, please step back. This is not Pristine. And then the lightning bolt, like the little ball of energy that is Lightning Bug, moves closer and closer to Pristine. And Quartz, you're able to overhear this, of course, and Bexy as well. Kid Ragnarok will say that Electrocute, she needs some time alone, so you can kind of overhear this. He says, this is a facsimile of Pristine. Quartz, what you're looking at is a member of the Savitri.
I don't think I don't. This is not like I don't think Quartz can control himself. I think he shapeshifts his arms and he pins he pins basically the shape that is Pristine, like pins him down, just puts an entire cage over his body and just goes like. There's a definite anger, like there's some red flashing up in his crystalline body.
Nice, cool. And unless you think that he would actually try to kill whatever it is that's taken on the shape of Pristine, Lightning Bug doesn't try to stop you from trapping it.
No, he's not trying to kill him.
Okay, I figured that you weren't. I just want to clarify it.
Yeah.
Lightning Bug says, there are containment devices. This is a shape-shifting creature, but if you will allow me, I will aid you in keeping it inert. And you feel an energy kind of pulse through your crystal as he's sending some kind of vibration through your body, and you can see what was Pristine, like the body starts... In X-Men language, it kind of goes warlocky. Like it gets weird and misshapen and has a bunch of different jagged lines. And it no longer holds the shape of Pristine at all.
Is it awake?
It is waking up because this is painful to it.
All right. Does it have a face? I suppose it does.
Yeah, it has a weird. It's kind of a techno-organic creature, and so it has a like one big round eye and then one squinted type eye, and his maw opens up, so it takes on somewhat features, so you can talk to it, have a head to talk towards.
I get right up in its face, and I go, "You tried to incorporate Crixum in your body. Don't give me any reason to try to incorporate you into mine."
You are trying to provoke someone, right? What do you want this Savitri member to do?
That's a tough question. It's sort
I mean,
of.
if you're lashing out just because you're angry, then maybe a move isn't needed here, and that's perfectly okay.
Well, it's sort of both. Like, I kind of want him to give me a reason to hurt it. So I'm kind of hoping that he does something stupid. But on the other hand, you know, I know that that's probably not a good idea, but there's still like I'm trying to provoke him to do something stupid.
Dixie, I think you know Quartz well enough to kind of see this is the angry part of Quartz. You saw that video that he did like before? This is that Quartz.
I'm just gonna let him do his thing at this point.
All right, so go ahead and roll plus superior, Quartz.
I happen to be superior.
Oh, and thank you so much to Will, but for those who don't know what I'm talking about, that is what this thing looks like right now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I had no clue what you were talking about, but yes. It's a 10.
Wow. Okay, on a 10, they rise to the bait and do what you want. So its weird eyes fix on you, and it says, "Crystalline structure, you are nothing but fuel for our weapons of war. We will conquer your quadrant, as we have many others."
I probably don't even let him finish the sentence. Like, I probably, like, my hand goes over his face and it just starts enveloping his head.
Sweet. Yeah, you start to envelop its face. You're not sure if it needs to breathe. It is a
I don't know.
creature. Yeah, but you're doing this thing. It starts to struggle. Are you going to crush it?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so you start to crush it. You can feel like it becomes this weird oilish goo in your hand as your body starts to surround it, and then you feel this electric pulse course through your body, and you can feel Lightning Bug speaking into your mind, which it knows is rude. Stop this. Stop this immediately, my friend.
Okay. Yeah, he will go back off.
Cool. And then Lightning Bug says no more other than to say, "I understand, and what has been done to you and your people is wrong. We will make it right."
I don't even respond. It's like, just...
Nice. Cool. So back in the clinic, Jesse/ASAP, your phone rings.
I answer. Hello?
Yeah, it's your dad. I mean, it's cell phone technology, so you know it's your dad.
Sure.
Son, something's wrong. What's happened?
Someone destroyed the ring. I think it's dead. I can't get a read. They killed him.
Son. No.
They killed him.
Who? What? What happened? Focus. Tell me what happened. You're going too fast.
One of the students. We were some competition battle. He went straight for my ring and crushed it and absorbed Crixum and started siphoning off his energy to shoot at me. I don't know. I mean, I got it back, but I don't know what to do.
Damn it, Savitri.
What? It's them? What? But it's one of the students.
Shapeshifters. You need
right.
Pristine might be dead. Wait, I'm sorry. You didn't say Pristine to him. Sorry.
No.
Rich just screwed up.
That's okay.
That is not a student that was said by the character. I do not want to throw out weird suspicions.
The editor resent back that script.
The editor sent that page back
doesn't know.
Said,
yeah, doesn't know.
Editor says, "What the hell are you doing? Why don't you pay attention to your own story?" Rewrite this panel. Okay. So roll back and he says, "They're shapeshifters. One of your students could have been replaced. They do this. Don't you remember the story about that guy Chance?"
Yeah. I mean, lots going on. I should have seen it. I should have read up more.
No. This is not the time to beat yourself up about it. We just need to figure out if Crixum is really hurt or if he is dead. If he's dead, then our legacy's dead.
I mean, how?
He's closest to you. Do you have him? Did they take him?
I'm holding him right now.
You have to focus, son. You have to reach out. Sometimes it can be hard to hear him. There were times when I thought I had lost him too. I was lucky. Let's hope you were too. Shut out everything else and focus on him. Focus on that connection and see if it's still there.
Okay.
I think you're unleashing your powers here.
I think so too. I think during this conversation, I've probably slowly been walking away.
Okay, that makes perfect sense to me. Awesome. We'll have you like in like a hallway, or if you want to find a closet, or just someplace in the administration portion of the school.
Kind of giving that apologetic look to Hannah as I leave. All right. Unleash powers.
Good luck.
And that's plus freak. That is a +0. That's a 9.
Yeah, mark a condition, or I can tell you how it's unstable or temporary. You do not have many conditions left, sir.
I know. I kind of like the idea that the connection is temporary or unstable. So it's kind of touch and go. Yeah, I like that.
That's awesome. Plus, seriously, if you could eat more conditions, you're like a vegetable. Okay. If only you were a Nova, you'd be kicking right now. Okay. What is it that you say to Crixum when you reach out to him? What is the thing that you focus on when you think about him?
I focus on that moment when I first placed the ring, and I felt the energy like go through me, and me, the powers kind of wake up in me, like that moment.
Nice, and the spark. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And what's the first thing that you say?
Crixum? Are you still alive?
Still alive. Jesse Sanders.
How can I help? What can I do? Just tell me. Anything.
Quartz. Physique. use his gate. I need to return home.
I'm gone. I'm running to Quartz. Last I saw him and searching wherever I can find him.
Sweet. Well, I guess you get to step into the scene with Pixie and Quartz as Quartz is letting go of well, not letting go, but not killing the Savitri, because that's where you find Quartz and Pixie as well as Kid Ragnarok. We'll roll back to Katana in just a moment here.
Yeah, I'm just standing in front of Quartz. He says I have to return him. We have to go through your gate.
There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Sweet. I think that's like an end scene right there. Like, what is Pixie's reaction though? I really need to know that.
I think so. Pixie had been kind of turning towards Quartz, kind of with a very like kind of pleading look on her face because she was terrified that Quartz was going to kill that thing. But then I totally picture Quartz just kind of walking away from her, and she's kind of left looking at this broken body and just looking scared.
Nice. Cool. Now, that sounds great for you guys, but I saw in chat Katana would go looking for Kid Ragnarok. So what's Kid Ragnarok's reaction to Quartz and ASAP about to leave and Pixie kind of shocked at what just transpired?
He's generally confused. There seems to have been a lot of stuff going on very, very suddenly, and he isn't. I mean, he was following kind of, but when people have been going on about this alien stuff, he hasn't really been paying attention. So he's confused and very unsure, and he's just kind of like, yeah. Not far from where he came out of the hole. It's just, yeah.
Cool. Maybe we skip forward just a little bit of time to have Katana catch up with Kid Ragnarok, because I want to bring Katana back into the fold here. So maybe you guys have left the gym at this point. The V-Tree has been... basically, Lightning Bug has the ability to keep it in stasis, and... I know the Quartz and ASAP are already making plans to go to the gate, which means you need to reach out to the government agency that is keeping control of that gate, so you guys are working that out. So, Katana, you catch up with Kid Ragnarok, you've got a nice new bandage on your hand.
A lovely collection of bandages.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know where Kid Ragnarok...
Where am I?
Yeah.
So, locker
I'm
room,
hungry. I've gone to Cantina.
Okay.
The canteen.
The canteen. I love it.
Yeah.
No, you're in the cafeteria when Katana catches up to you. Katana, are you still in your Katana outfit, or have you dressed down to street clothes?
Probably still my Katana outfit.
With your whip sword! No.
Hey.
You can make it into a belt. Okay, sorry.
I think I'm in
an
the
entire
kitchen.
whip outfit.
Sweet. Okay, so Kid Ragnarok's in the kitchen, like sitting on one of the prep tables, munching on some food he's
There's this load of stuff that I've been taken out of fridges, and I'm just making a big sandwich and just tucking into it.
This is evening, or is the cafeteria
Yeah, let's say
closed?
it's evening. This all took place after school, so say afternoon, evening. So
Yes.
In Comic Sans font at the bottom it says evening. Now we know.
It's easy to get past locks. Just smack him a few times. You get through.
Hey.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Gesture to the hand.
Just another bandage for the collection. What
stabbed you?
happened?
What?
Oh, I stabbed me. That's what stopped that match.
Oh, yeah. That escalated. You didn't even see the stuff that happened later. Yeah.
I kind of meant what happened with you.
Flew off the handle a bit. Me and Pixie, we had words last night, and we're good now. But
Because when you blew off the handle, I came to talk to you, and I hit you on the head, and you looked at me, and it's like you didn't even see me.
Yeah.
You were just blank.
I just lost control of it. No.
Taking out your frustrations on other people with violence, that's kind of like evil for beginners.
It was. I mean, come on. It was Awesome Possum. You can take a car to the head. I'm trying to just joke it off.
She'll smile a little bit. And, you're going to see your dad soon.
Yeah. Maybe that was kind of why I flew off the handle a bit. A little bit.
And you have your mom around.
Yeah, that's...
And your ex-girlfriend kind of seems to want to kill you.
Yeah. Thank God my life's not complicated. So, you and Britt back together?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I should be dating anyone. There's so much shit going on. I need to be here for my teammates.
Oh, gesture, like a tear this big sandwich in half and offer it half.
What's on there?
Got a bunch of jalapenos. There's some cheese. I don't know what type. I think some lettuce went in as well. I don't know. I just took handles of the stuff. Tastes nice.
That's no good. It's gonna need more mayo.
I hand her the big jar. It's already got a knife in.
And I'll sit on the kitchen counter next to Rags. You're not gonna go see your dad alone. I mean, we might not be able to go in there with you, but we'll just be on the other side of the door.
There's quite a few doors.
Yeah, well, however many doors.
Yeah.
We'll have your back.
Yeah.
That's the scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we still have a couple of moves that are engaged. Waiting patiently. I think a lot of comfort or support was offered here from Katana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you comfort or support someone, roll plus mundane, that is your speciality.
I want that fucking adult move, damn it. I want to empathize with people.
God, it's good. I'm sorry that I tempted you guys with it.
There you go.
Oh, awesome. Okay, on a hit, they hear you. You may, Ragnarok, you may mark potential clear condition or shift labels if you open up to her, which you did, so you can shift labels if you want. You don't have any conditions. You can just mark them.
Oh, on a 10 plus, you can clear a condition yourself. Sorry.
Yes,
if I had danger up, I would have done some switching around to lower danger, but I think I will jump aboard the experience horse.
Yes! 4 out of 5. You're about to. Which one are you clearing, Katana?
I'm clearing hopeless because I would have to clear that by going for easy relief instead of going for easy relief, which she has done many times in the past. She went for non-easy relief, so that's good.
Cool. You just mark out the X. There you go. That's maybe the last time you have to worry about all those X's and everything. It's just a checkbox in the awesome map-made character sheet that we'll be moving to. Sweet. What do you guys think? I think we're done. I think we call it here, right? This is a good moment to end. We've got a severely conditioned up ASAP who is desperate to save his legacy. Really, I mean, that's what's at stake here. You're saving your legacy, bro.
Yeah.
There's some stakes.
Definitely.
All right, cool. So let's go through the end of session. You want to do your legacy stuff first, or did you want to do that? I like it doing it at the beginning or at the end of the session and then making you remember it, because that'd be easy to me.
Okay. No, that's fine. Have I been upholding the traditions of my legacy? I haven't really had a chance to fight for justice or stop for interviews. So.
Well, you tried to stop Kid Ragnarok from doing weird car throwing.
Yes, I think that counts.
Okay.
You were heroically allowing yourself to get hurt, holding to the team's concept. That's pretty great.
Okay. Until I lost it, but hey,
well, yeah,
that's later. Have you maintained the image of your legacy? Probably the losing it at the end, maybe. Jeopardize that, or no?
I would say maybe not, because it was only afterwards he found out it was an alien assassin.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. And then have I made other members of my legacy proud?
That's something for Rich to answer.
Yeah, that's a Rich question.
I guess it is. Other members of your legacy proud? I think at the end you pulled it out of the fire, right? That you listened to your father, that you communicated with Crixon, that you immediately put everything to the side, even your secret girlfriend, to make sure that Crixon was taken care of. I think yes.
Okay. All right.
Sweet. All right, so end of session stuff. Who wants to go first for our end of session question?
I'm definitely close to the team.
All right, who made you feel welcome?
I don't know. That's a hard one. That's really hard. Come back to me on that one.
Okay.
I have to roll dice.
Who wants to go next for end of session moves?
I will go next. I think I grew away from the team.
Explain why you feel detached.
So I think it would have been okay, even though everybody decided to go and attack people, get Ragnarok. But I think what really did it was kind of at the end there where Quartz flipped out. And then, instead of, being there to talk about it and to talk to her about it, he just, immediately ran off and just sort of left her there feeling sad and confused.
Yeah.
Mine hooks into that one.
In Walk With Me, you would have taken one of his die just then.
It's true.
Sweet. Take influence over you away from another character.
Sorry, Quartz.
Oh no.
Oh, the power couple is broken! We have to go immediately to Quartz. Do you grow closer, grow to your own image, or grow away?
I grow into my own image. I feel that I suddenly, I was already very angry, even thinking that that it was Pristine that did it. When I found out that it was one of the people, one of the aliens that's threatening my people, I went full on revenge mode, and he's going to take this battle back to them. So I think I'm going to shift my danger up, and I don't know. Mundane down.
Nice. That's what I was going to suggest. Love it. All right. So, Alex, are you ready? You roll the die.
I rolled die, and it was 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and Pixie won. So.
All right. Pixie, get influence. Did you already have influence on KR?
I think she regained it, and so now she gets to messing with me.
Messing with you? That makes it sound like a bad thing. Oh, why is my scroll bar not working?
Katana or ASAP? Who wants to go next?
I have something to settle from this session because you actually what is that called? An adult told me who I was and how the world works. When the doctor told me to take care of myself and stop seeing myself as a living punching bag, which means that if I eject their influence, if I accept their influence, which I did, the GM can adjust my labels accordingly.
Awesome. I love that sometimes these mechanics sneak up on you, and it's just like, wow, that was perfect to mechanically reinforce what just took place. All right, so I think I'm going to definitely increase the superior.
Yep.
And it's tough, right? I think he would not want you to shift your savior down, but maybe shift your danger. Yeah, stinks.
Sounds legit.
Yeah, because thank you for grabbing that very much. All right. So now let's roll back to our end of session. Did you want to go over that?
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Did you grow closer? Did you grow to your own image of yourself, or grow away from the team?
I grew into her own image of herself. Or yes.
Cool. How do you see yourself and why?
Embrace the heart. No, it's very clear that some people on the team have might have issues in the future with staying on the right path, and Katana will very much fight and engage to keep them there, and very much tighten the team, and she sees her role there.
Shift one label up and one label down. You can take a moment to think that over as we jump over to ASAP.
Oh, I think on the fence, depending on which part of the session you look at, whether I grew away or grew closer, because I didn't have the heart-to-heart with Rags that Pixie got to, or that Katana and Pixie had later. So, but I think I'm going to grow closer because of Quartz so quickly and willingly just jumped to help Crixum.
That is awesome. And are you giving him influence?
So I give him influence. I think he already has it. I get to clear a condition, but no, I'm going to mark potential.
Excellent. Okay, so you're not clearing a condition?
Okay, wait a minute. I give influence and clear a condition, or I mark potential. Okay.
No, I think the influence happens. The choice is clear a condition or mark potential.
Oh, I have two conditions.
The defender disappeared.
I acted foolhardy, but it's not, the character sheet's not changing for some reason.
I got it.
Okay. But
thank you, Jan.
That's why. Okay. I'll
give you a moment to think about it. We'll jump back to Katana.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I was going to, because I get to change his.
That's right. You can change his labels.
I think. I think your freak goes up by 1.
Smart. Okay. What's about to happen? That is good planning, sir.
And yeah, you're mundane down by 1.
Ooh, okay. Nice. And I think I know what I did. I think story-wise, ASAP is still angry and still afraid because he's worried for Crixum and he's still mad at everything going on. So I'm going to leave the conditions to let him stand.
Which means you get a potential, which gets you an advance.
Yeah, that too. So.
All right. So we'll talk about what advance you get later, and we'll scroll back to Katana. What labels did you swap?
I shifted Superior up and Mundane down.
Nice. And I said swap, but I meant label shifted.
Yeah.
Shift and swap are two very big things. All right. That's going to bring us to the end of our session, and if you guys have time, I would love to do some roses and thorns. We good? Okay,
Sure.
So first thorn is, and I want to throw this one out here. You know, last session, I figured out a really great point to do jump cuts, and this session, I forgot. Like, that's a thorn. Why do I have put a new tool in my tool bag and then I've stuck it underneath like the measuring tape and the freaking screwdriver, and I just forgot I was even there.
I don't know. You just successfully delegated it to the players. So they can go like, I don't know, jump cut.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have to. And so thorn on me, but thank you, Hidden Rose. Thank you for reminding me of that thing that I learned and unlearned. So that was my big thorn. I'd like kick myself for that one. And the other thorn is, why would Rich tempt people with adult moves? Why did I do that? Such a doofus. Tempting you guys with empathize. Come on. Crazy town. Okay. So what other thorns are out there? Andrew, you usually have a thorn to offer. Give me one.
I don't want to because it's mean.
It's what?
It's mean.
Do it.
I don't want to.
Feedback is valuable, and you know I'm open to feedback. I'm not going to argue against your
Okay. So I stopped listening during the fight because I got bored because I was out of it for 40 minutes. And I was like, okay, look, Facebook.
Okay. Good feedback.
It's still mean.
No, I was worried with 6 players, and I was hopeful that I could do better juggling it. And there were a couple moments in the fight that definitely could have jumped around better. So cool. There you go. Told you.
Okay.
It wasn't so bad. It was helpful. All right. Others.
I think mine is like I did notice that at some point Pixie had not done anything in a while, so I did ask like in the chat like, hey, what's Pixie doing? 'Cause, yeah, so I noticed that, but yeah, I think indeed that's just a result of having this many people in a fight like this. It's bound to happen. The fight was also a bit long, but yeah, I mean, other than that, but I did notice it as well.
Okay. Cool. What other thorns do people have to offer? 2 good ones so far.
I think just what's been mentioned so far. I can't think of anything else for thorns.
Jules?
I have no
Jules?
thorns.
All right. Guys, sure. I feel like everybody's scared because Andrew got all worried about one thorn.
We're just gonna wait
I'm
for Rich to
okay with
explode
it.
and like, I don't care about it.
It's like, oh, somebody already like hit him really hard. I can't hit him with my little thorn. Dude, I can take it. I completely recognize that fight took way too long. In fact, Yona and I were complaining before this game began that both of us spent significant times playing games yesterday where we did nothing, and then I turned around and did the exact same thing. That's feedback that I need to hear. And so it's important. Do you have any other thorns? Genuinely, honestly, if you have any other thorns that you'd like to offer. Anybody?
No.
All right. Stop being nice. Okay.
I think it's total thorn. You shouldn't have messed with the ring. No,
Oh yeah, that was bad.
Roses. We're past thorns now. Sorry, roses.
That's another screen cap moment.
So, well, now everybody's quiet on roses.
I have a gazillion roses. I have a gazillion roses. I was waiting for the roses. You did a great job hitting us with the conditions.
Oh, yes.
Your condition.
That was the first time you really brought the pain, I think. Because, there's no hit point pain. It's all in the conditions, and they suck so badly, so that was really nice.
Yay, thank you.
And there's only horrible ways to get out of them, so that was great. I think you do. Well, yeah, the fight was hard, but I still very good job trying to juggle 6 PCs. 6? Remember 6, right? Yeah.
Yep.
And I thought the fight was long, but it did have a lot of emotional moments. So it wasn't just like, oh, fighting move this, fighting move that. There were a lot of emotional highlights that I liked.
Cool.
There's my bouquet.
Thank you.
Roses.
Yay.
Yeah.
I like bouquets.
I really enjoyed with you throwing a lot of the hard moves, a lot of the difficult choices and stuff that I don't know, I think that makes us shine. It may hurt, but it allows us to shine in that drama. So contrary to what I said, I'm actually glad you made the move against the ring. I'm scared of what's going to happen, but that actually makes the game interesting. So, yeah.
Sweet. I'm glad that you're receptive to that, because I realized when I did it, I'm like, I'm really going after Will here. Like, this is rough.
Bring the pain.
Sweet.
Rose, my comic book nerd was like, oh, it's going cosmic. As soon as you were like saying he's using powers he doesn't normally use. I'm like, oh, we're going into space.
Yes, we are. We are so going into space. Oh man, I predicted it too. 2 sessions we'll be going cosmic. Sorry.
I totally want to say Quartz, like going all super evil, was terrifying and amazing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it should never happen again, but it was terrifying and amazing.
Yeah, I was like, should I make some like weird quip to relieve tension? No, I'm just hanging back here, quiet. Quartz is scaring me too.
It's you and me, ASAP. We have to be the good guys.
I like doing that as well. Like I wanted to go full on like, look, emotions are happening.
That was great.
But I think my favorite moment. Well, I mean, my favorite moment, which was sort of what was building up to that, was like that I had to choose at some point. Like there was Electrocute suddenly doing weird stuff, and like, wait, I need to keep her under control, and then like, oh my god, there's also stuff going on with Grixum, and like, choices.
Yay. I'm glad those choices were hard. In absentia, I'll give a rose to Yona and Electrocute. I really enjoyed that she just went for it and kind of just jumped forward with realizing some of Electro Bomb. And I loved connectivity with, she spoke with Chassis and got some bits of that history. I thought that was a neat way to pick up. I really enjoyed that. That was cool. And so thank you, Yona, for doing the Electrocute stuff, because I love exploring that in the playbook too.
I really enjoyed having my scene with her as well.
Yeah, exactly. Those 3 moments were pretty great as a through line for that character's arc. Really cool stuff. Any other roses, or are we at an end?
The fact that very quickly, the fact that Katana isn't back together with Britt.
Yeah.
That's a selfish rose.
The fact that she doesn't want to date anyone right now is hardly an impediment.
Yeah, that's an important. The main one, she's single.
I did really like the really awkward makeup with Pixie and Ragnarok too.
That was good. Yeah.
It was cool. It was nice to see. I'm glad, especially.
Yeah, I know.
Pixie.
Like, we're bros. We can't be mad at each other.
Yeah.
I like that when Rags apologizes to someone, it does not come out like an apology. When Pixie apologizes to someone, it's legit. Like, she owns it. Yeah.
Well, you heard his philosophy on apologizing with Electrocute.
Yep.
He means it. It's just The words don't always come out. Or words do, but not the right ones.
I was very happy with when what's his name? Pristine. Like when he turned out to be an alien, because I was already going, like, I was completely ready to go, like, hammer on his ass, and then you just gave me a bit more reason to actually go a little bit over the top.
Yay. I'm really happy about the whole Savitri thing because it's totally fanfic to do stuff that Andrea and I have played once before. So
yeah.
And there's so much stuff we still need to do.
Mm-hmm. We have to begin the next session with Kid Ragnarok talking to his dad, right? Even if we don't have story reasons, like at this point it has to happen because I've been looking for it for 2 sessions in a row.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well, thank you all so much for playing with me. This has been a fantastic game. I have masks on the brain most of the time. I just daydream about this game, your characters, and all the coolness. Cool. We'll see you guys in a week.
Mm-hmm.